Alive.
What's up, everybody? Here we are today. It is Casabunch presenting Alpha Lab 2XKO gameplay to you. I'm the Doctor, being joined here by Mad Dad Brad. What's up, Brad?
Mad Dad Brad. We're going extra alliterative today. I'm having a good time. I'm in a good mood. I had a little bit of a chance to play some of this before we sat down for tonight. I'm going to be really intrigued to see all of the grime that people are going to represent. And most of it's going to be with Echo, because that character's a criminal. What he does is just not okay.
All characters are criminal to their own degree. But
no, Echo, look, I'll get this off rip. Somebody please tell me how to block his stupid time bomb left-right nonsense, because I played a long set against an Echo last night. I blocked the same mix-up every which way. None of them worked. And at a certain point, I was like, I don't even know what's going wrong anymore. But that's Salt.
nobody,
you know what?
Nobody
That's
has
how
an
you...
answer for you, so.
Not just yet. Look, there's... You know it's a proper team title when there's that kind of Salt for, like, how the hell are you supposed to block this?
Yeah, and it's only gonna become crazier, which is the coolest part, because like we have such a small snapshot of characters right now, and you know, obviously coming from League of Legends, there's over 160 characters in the title, all of which do unique and exciting things, and so like they could really go anything. And like we were talking before the show, and like we were talking about like, oh, what if they had like a Faust function? And like, so that got me thinking, I'm like, who could be Faust? Like, like my initial thought was like Shaco, because he's got the puppet boxes. But like,
yeah, but there's
so much
I feel
more
like when you
to
say
Faust.
When you say a Faust function, right? Like the thing that I think of is like items and a pseudo random element. And I can't really think of, there's something to be said about like characters in League. I think the design tends to shy away from randomness.
Yeah.
Like I think the closest visual approximation would be like Fiddlesticks, but Fiddlesticks doesn't have that item element to it. He has the Scarecrow shit that you can do, like Faust teleport and Strive, you know, so you could do stuff like that, but it's not quite the same. I know there's been a lot of conversations happening. I can't open a stream of people playing 2XKO and not see people debating what characters are even realistically translatable into this game. Like, I'm seeing so many people insisting that Yordles just aren't possible. Characters like Hecarim just aren't possible. I'm like, I don't know, man. We've seen some weird stuff out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think theoretically there's no champion that isn't possible for the most part. Like, people saying like Yordles or Hecarim can't make it are just kind of like not envisioning deep enough, because it's like, if you're saying that Yordles can't be it because they're too small, just look at Arcane. Like, the Yordles were small, but like comparatively Echo, Jinx, and Heimerdinger were all relatively similar heights. Like, only when it got to like Jace, who is just a tall motherfucker, was it like a difference. Like,
he is tall. He is tall by design. He is a specimen of a man. We are actually loading in for our first game of the bracket. We've got
Erebus versus Thandred,
and we are repping some big bodies on the screen here. Alawi Darius versus, I think it was Alawi Braum on the other side.
I thought it was Alawi.
Yes,
Darius
it was
again, but
no, it was Alawi Braum.
Yeah, this is, I think, something that we might see a fair bit of. Not just the Alawi, but like just Darius Braum. We're gonna be seeing a ton of those. The Alawi is interesting because some people swear by this character, and other ones are like, no, get this character off of my screen. Play anything else.
Well, I've seen two interesting things, right? Okay, going for the burst immediately, bringing Darius in with Alawi in the back, plus frames off the full charge, 5H. You have some lockdown in the corner. No, accidentally corners himself, but there's a lot of respect coming out of Thandred, and that burst was almost unsafe as we bring Braum in.
Yeah, Braum.
Okay.
Big body. Okay. That was a move I was actually trying to play around with earlier, and it's very slow, it appears. The jumping S2 from Braum. But right now, look at this pressure being applied by the Alawi, and a single hit with Darius. We're running double down, so we do have DH.
So, ooh. Yeah, I was gonna say if that combo had finished out, that was very likely
Oh,
dead
you're
with
just
DHC.
dead.
This is, yeah, it is so hard to avoid that chip, especially when you're right in that sweet spot range with the bleed applied. Alawi just gets the bleed away on Thandred's side, trying to pressure with the Rekka strings, but this is gonna be hard to make happen. A strong whiff punish. We've got the Alawi assist in the back. We don't get an extension off of it. Throw from Thandred to maintain this corner position, but an up back out of the throw. We just barely don't get the punish, but universal cross up, and Erebus, I was gonna say, should have had the damage to close that.
We did see the parry attempt getting blown up from Thandred, but it has that one last burst. It is still possible even though the character is KO'd, but you are so close to chip at the moment, and you still have a nearly full health Alawi backing this Darius.
That was a mighty tall hill to climb. You have a really good last stand in Braum in the back, like to try to make it happen, but against a Darius with bar, it just feels insurmountable if you don't have the life to block some stuff out. Almost gets a happy birthday, but we don't quite get it. Side swap, yep. We're floundering a little bit in neutral, but we're getting the start. Another clean hit out of Erebus. This Darius has been the cleanest neutral play out of them so far, but cannot finish that combo to save his life.
I mean, having just the Darius on the screen is so scary. Between just being able to build up a ton of meter, obviously the damage output is incredibly high, but once we get this bleed applied, the fray health is going to build up even faster.
Oh my god, there is so much bar available, and Thandred is in a position where he can't even really afford to block. You need to find the nearest opportunity to swap out, get a little bit of breathing room. Braum should be an assist that lets you do that, but not finding the chance, just absolutely relentlessly mauled in the corner.
Now we have this solo Braum, which we didn't get to see at all last round pretty much because it was just mostly the Alawi the whole way through, but we finally get that burst coming out of Erebus.
Okay, burst comes out of Thandred for his life. DP as the anti-air choice there, and we are just going to continue to chip away here. Bleed applied, Alawi gets him some breathing room. What a bait! We're going to be able to block that super.
No
now
real
press
punish,
the issue.
though.
We don't care about the Poro.
Oh, but we're going to have the powered up shield here. Will have that icicle effect possible. Oh, but the Alawi causing problems with those ranged tentacles.
Okay.
The conversion.
Ooh, interesting. I don't know if that was supposed to be a meaty or if it was an attempt at an OTG that didn't quite work, but we're not in a great spot here. Oh, I don't know. I think that was a whiffed parry.
I'm not sure what that was, actually. I'm going to try and watch it back on the live
Yeah,
stream.
he's down a bar. It costs him a bar.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a whiffed parry. There's so many defensive options in this game between parry, the backdash cancel out of your block, push block, you know, having your bursts. Is somebody please tell me the wake up attack when you hold special and the little blue burst comes out, is there any invincibility on that?
Oh my god. The pick up the Darius assist.
Oh, don't know what happened there.
Yeah, not quite sure if it was a Discord crash or what.
No, that was
game one, and
because game one is 2 rounds. It's best of 3 rounds.
All right.
So I don't know.
Bear with us, stream. This is obviously the game is in alpha. They call it the alpha lab for a reason. On top of learning curves and hiccups going on as you play the title. There's obviously some learning curve that's happening as assorted streamers like ourselves.
2 games.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It was it was just that much of a blow up.
All right, so let's
Wow.
Move on to our next matchup then.
Sorry, Thandred.
All right.
Wow.
But it was close. I wonder if we missed a game.
Yeah, I was gonna say we watched him load in.
Yo, thank you, Papa Nichols, for gifting the sub.
Hey, thank you, Papa Nichols. To iDrop. Damn, you wasted a gift on eye drop.
So it's looking like we
Alright.
do have our next matchup loading up in the lobby here. We got Freezy versus Dankworth, and we're going to be seeing. Oh,
Are we in?
They're in champ select right now.
Okay.
yeah, Freezy's in the channel where we're at character select now.
Yeah.
I don't mean
See,
to be backseat casting. I was just
No,
making sure.
Oh.
you're good.
Don't worry about it. Hey, you said yourself in the channel when we were trying to make sense of everything. There's gonna be a lot of trial and error happening tonight.
Yeah. Lots of emphasis on just like this is. I mean, the show is fucking called Kickback, right? So
Yeah.
you know, this is us just giving it a solid go. You know, it can't always be the.
Yo,
the
so you
other
can let
guys
them know
on the
they're
show.
good to go.
He's not.
That should
Oh,
be
yeah,
done.
he can probably hear us. No. The ads are over. We'll do it after this,
Oh,
and then that'll give Yost time to queue up the next
Find a
match.
matchup. Yep.
Yeah.
But chat, we do have a Matcherino tonight, and I believe it should be updated in the chat as well. Exclamation point Matcherino. You guys know the work.
Yeah, it's updated. I've just confirmed it.
Yeah, Matcherino.com.
And I've also saved all of you. I've also saved all of you some amount of keystrokes, so you don't have to type it now. You can just hit the link. Makes it that much easier. Hey, this is now a one-handed operation. You only need your mouse. Click the link, click the buttons, sign in on your preferred social media platform, click contribute code. Don't give me that look, doctor. This is about
Also-
efficiency.
Also, shout outs to what was it? Papa Nichols.
Papa
Yes.
Nichols, yeah.
Papa Nichols. Since Papa Nichols is so generous of subbing to us, I'm gonna add that $1 right now to let everybody know that if you sub to our channel, if you gift a sub, any sub, you know, I know you're not using that Prime on anybody. Use it. Come over here and use that shit. I will add $1 to the Matcherino straight up. So, you know, there's other ways to make sure people get blessed up in here.
Yeah. So while we're waiting for the players to load back in, it looks like they're sitting down. They're going to be in champ select again.
Yep.
Doc, you've gotten to play a little bit. What characters are you playing right now?
So mostly I've been messing around with Ari and Braum.
Okay.
Just seems to be like a team that like I would kind of gel with. I do think I'm maybe gonna swap away from Ari, just because like I don't know. The combos are not really me, but Braum being a fun little big
I can
body-
agree with that.
Yeah, like I
think
kinda
I
wanna just play,
agree.
like, hit and run big body. But
Yeah, I think Ari doesn't feel like a doctor character. Braum certainly does. We're loading in for our next one. Echo Braum on the side of Freezy and Dankworth Yasuo, both of them using freestyle tag. So, are we gonna see some interesting stuff coming out? Okay, burst comes out from Freezy, so we don't have to deal with it, and a nice dash under. We don't get the pickup on the air combo though.
oh, the handshake tag after that Braum charge, just trying to buy time, but all this on block. We got the wall bounce, no pickup.
Okay. Not finishing it out. Oh, Braum keeps him safe for one more hit, but has to eat the next one. Early burst out of Freezy, and that one does not want to deal with that situation whatsoever. I'm sorry, that was Dankworth.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
the
think-
double tag!
I think
Wanted
we're-
for that was like a pseudo unblockable they were setting up, I think.
And you're super dead. But yeah, we've been seeing a lot of early bursts, you know, between, you know, our couple matches on stream here and like the matches that we've been able to see, you know, hanging out with everybody in the Discord call. And it just feels like it makes a whole lot of sense, the early burst, because these character combos can do so much damage, especially when you're rocking, you know, Yasuo or Darius or even Echo to a degree.
Yeah, no, Echoes is why. I think for Echo, it's almost more that you don't want to end up in the Oki situation after than it is the damage. Nice parry starter there for Freezy. Gets a good position for themselves. 2 bars available. How far are they going to be able to push this? Are they going to choose to cash out? No, because it wasn't going to kill. Meaty pressure, and that's going to be a meterless. No, they do spend the bar. I figure it ought to have been meterless, but I suppose I don't know the combo routes well enough on Braum just yet to call that. But we do have Braum versus Yasuo to round out this first round.
As I said, we did have the ice ball charged up, but we do decide to send it. The parry coming in, but the burst keeps it in hand here for Freezy a little bit. God, this is so much damage.
Now, if I'm Freezy, okay, meaty pressure is fine. What I was gonna say, my instinct is, I feel like you want to cash out into level 2 and then just control the screen. 5 seconds left on the clock. You need a hit into like immediate level 2 to try to make this happen. Dankworth is just gonna hold back, and that is a timeout there for Dankworth on the Yasuo. Yeah, I think the winning play would have been for Breezy to burn it all and then play for the timeout himself. Braum can just as easily lame that out.
Yeah, going for the unsafe option when you didn't have the assist available as well is always tough. But you can see there it works out in favor of Dankworth. Now having that round up.
Okay.
Oh,
ooh, good air
there.
pickup. Yasuo's neutral just seems so hard to deal with.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I said to someone the other day, they were like, "Oh, his walk speed's so slow." I was like, "Yeah, if you're playing Yasuo, you're not walking." Right? Like, this character is zipping around the screen with an active hitbox the whole time, and that's consistent with him in League. What a left-right! I love that tech trap from Dankworth.
I mean, the OTG disrespect stomp there too, twice from Yasuo is kind of grimy. We do get the burst again here, trying to keep the Braum safe, with Freezy has so much life to burn through.
Ooh, that's a shame. So what happened there was Freezy let go of block, I think, perhaps believing that after 5H they were going to be okay. Finds the back throw, throwing out the Poro. There's bar here, but literally all Dankworth needs to do is find the breathing room for a 2-2 S2 super.
I mean, even any hit really will do it. Has to try and keep the pressure going, but the parry assist call does more than enough.
They got the X. Darius wins.
That was a clean performance for that first game. And I feel like if I'm Dankworth, I mean, first and foremost, right? I'm sorry, if I'm Freezy, the Echo just doesn't feel like he's had the opportunity to get started. In the point war that's happening here, Yasuo is just so strong. And as great as Echo is, and I do believe he's super solid, he only comes alive once he opens you up the first time.
Get the danger meter over on Echo as well, but yeah, Echo has all these great mix-ups and all these great situations they can set up for themselves. But if you're just getting smacked in the dome, you're not given the opportunity to get those off.
Okay. Burst comes out, and with that, Dankworth is able to maintain corner control, finishing out the S2 string again, breaks the ranks into the super, and is able to get the kill. Freezy back on just the Braum once again, clipped by the JS2.
I like the immediate spend there as well, giving you the corner control. We are going to see a nice breakout here from Freezy, though. How much can they push this forward? They do have the 1 bar in the back seat, but we went coast to coast indeed.
Ooh.
Oh, and the meaty charge forward going to connect. But the Yasuo has done so much damage.
Oh, that's great, though, as long as we don't drop this. No, misses the combo after the wall bounce. And Dankworth's Yasuo just backing off full screen. Oh my god, believed in the wind wall a little bit too much. We find a throw. Echo Super comes out for the callback, and the armor through the Rekka string once again. What an adaptation out of Freezy.
Maybe? Yeah. Man, the Braum picking up where the Echo left off, just doing so much work in that round, being able to take the characters coast to coast, and the combo structure there was really clean from Freezy.
Okay, and we're seeing adaptations out of Freezy. Left-right mix, but Dankworth is able to block it. Oh my god, double overhead in the weird left-right sandwich situation. Nice air clip. We use the burst on the side of Freezy to try to restore it. That's just block and applying bleed.
I was kind of trying to steal a turn there with the super. Was not successful, but we are going to see a little bit more mix-ups coming in here. Got hit. I don't know where anybody is. There it is. We're back to Echo.
Okay, finally a block, and we do get a punish on the JS2. Yasuo comes out. We are scrambling for some air neutral here, and Dankworth really wants to be full screen with the Yasuo. Windwall and Pierce is just so dominant to deal with, but with Freezy having the life lead and Braum, there's literally no reason not to do exactly that. Stay behind the shield and wait for your opportunity.
The jumping normal, though.
No, happy birthday!
Oh god, look at how much damage is happening to Echo.
Oh, because Yasuo can self combo into his level 2, right? You just do that here.
Oh, but it
Echo
drops
falls
the Echo.
out.
Yeah.
Then it was smart of him not to do it.
I mean, it's still incredibly bad for Freezy, right? Because there's only so much gray life you're getting back. It's actually all gained back now for Echo. That is the healthiest that character will be for the rest of the round. Does get the burst, trying to keep the Braum alive, but has to deal with the Echo. Or the Yasuo, excuse me. The Yasuo has to go away.
Oh, the little extra hop off the JM. We are able to get the double overhead. Dankworth on just the Darius with only 1 bar in the back, but these are 2 meterless kills as long as he's able to find the right poke. And Darius has really strong reach. And the chip on block, really scary. We just have to find the right spot. Oh, that was going to be another pseudo unblockable.
And I mean, I think right now the game is stay away, try and get as much health back on Braum as possible. They got the hit, so they didn't actually need to plan there. But Braum was just getting super duper healthy. There was only 10 seconds left on the clock. But that is going to be Freezy taking game 2 and tying it up between the 2 players.
That is quite a turnaround for Freezy. I think just recognizing better that they need to be a little bit craftier in how they approach Yasuo on the ground. Oh my god, tricky stuff. We have a pickup there. We don't have the combo afterwards, but we have corner control. Yeah, replay. Burst comes out on the side of Dankworth.
And a burst immediate coming back here from Freezy as well.
What a catch!
The Time Winder slowdown is so brutal when you got hit by it. Trying to side swap, but Yasuo just doing what he does, hitting buttons, getting the hit. Big juggle points.
All right, it's the same mix-up, and we don't block the cross-up this time. Now, here's what I wonder. I wonder whether you can dash under and make it a fake cross-up.
It's a good question. That time, I don't think it mattered too much because there was the air reset that just got picked up by the Darius button. But right now, Darius a little worse for wear, but what can we see Echo do as a solo is the biggest question.
So here's the scary part, right? Darius, uniquely equipped. He's got those armor points on his 2S2. So in a decent enough spot to be able to check any of the weird stuff Echo does. Finds a hit. Gonna be able to clear this out into the level 2. Not a kill. We have last stand ready, but I doubt we're gonna want to commit the bar for that. A nice hit here for Freezy. Do we commit? Oh, we want the mix-up, and we get it. I don't even know what side you were supposed to block there.
Gets that Braum out there, just trying to apply pressure. Needs that first hit. Gets it. Has so much meter in the tank as well. Spends it. Gets the hit. Is this going to be enough? I assume it will be.
Yeah, no, it absolutely had to be. And Freezy has brought this back to set point for themselves. All of the mileage that Yasuo had just sort of brought off the table. And I think part of it is just Freezy being a little bit more passive. Even in that round, it was just waiting in place and finding a smart spot to 5L and get a clip. Oh my god, we got a pick up off the trade there?
Another big thing for Freezy is that they're not starting every round down a character, right? Like, we've actually gotten to see the Echo put in some work, you know, contribute to the set, and it's done so much for Freezy because the mix-up game has been brutal to deal with.
Okay, strong whiff punish here, but we're too far away. That was the wrong super to use. You had to use the other one for the pickup there. Tricky stuff, going for the low. We have the rewinder in the back, clipped by the fireball. We don't get really anything out of it. Wake up 2L, back throw from Dankworth, steals corner position, but the Braum shield protects from the overhead of the anti-air.
Double overhead, taking out the Darius, all down to one character. We are going to see Dankworth try and do as much as possible, and like you said, we are going to be able to potentially see the level 1 into the level 2. Goes for the side swap. Oh, the parry! Oh, this could be huge.
Yeah, we don't have the damage, but it's going to be another mix-up situation. Ends up in a weird spot. Wake up level 2 as a reversal. It is going to connect. That ought to be a dead Echo. Yasuo Braum for Dankworth's life.
Last stand coming in from the Darius. Does get under the side for the
What
Braum.
a parry!
Yeah, just immediately spend it. Yeah, definitely just spend the cash, get the round, get the game. And so that is going to be Freezy picking up the set 2-1. Very cleanly recovered.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, I love the turnaround that they had there. I think you highlighted it really well, right? Like the biggest thing in that game one was just it so rapidly became a 1 versus 2 game. And I think as high as damage can be in this game, I think like so many other team titles, the second you are down at a character deficit, it is just a far steeper hill to climb than you could ever anticipate. You know, it's not just the life that you lose out on, it's all of those additional resources. You lose out on assist as a generic tool, tags to be able to deal with assorted situations like the situation we have here, because we are going to show some love to the homies over at Granola. As you can see on the screen, the Summit, and they have the big Summit controller reached new heights with their leverless option, as you can see on the screen there. Additional buttons, L3 and R3, mapped to the faceplate, and if you use coupon code casabunch at checkout, that gets an additional $10 off. Thank you so much to Granola. I actually have one of my own now that I get to talk about a little bit once I've spent a little bit more time with it. But
also, the $10 off on that coupon code goes into the next Matcherino that we host as well. So not only are you saving $10, you're supporting the players on Thursdays with $10.
On top of that, also want to show love to the homies over at East Coast Throwdown, one of my favorite tournaments, if not my favorite. A Capcom Pro Tour spot this year, October 11th through 13th at the Connecticut Convention Center. Yes, indeed, they've upgraded to a new venue. I can't wait to go to that. I'm sure most of us here at Casa are going to at least make the attempt to roll through. And ECT, on top of just being great tournaments that we all love to attend, they've also been kind enough to support us in the past couple of weeks by offering registration as part of the prizes for competing in our events. So please make sure you show them some love. And while you're doing that, show some love to Roundhouse. Start GG/RH24. Is this the third year now of doing Roundhouse? I want to say. I feel like that started in 22.
So, yeah, they've
so.
been a couple deep,
Yeah.
and it's always one of the tournaments I hear the most about every year, honestly. Like, maybe that's just my sphere of influence that I'm within, but I hear about this event almost non-stop from the second it's announced to the second it happens, and as soon as it's over, they're prepping for the next one. These events have been killer, and it's very exciting to see them, pop off again. As you can see here, $1,000 pot bonus. The streets are calling. That's a killer tagline, I'm not going to lie. So if you're in the Midwest, be sure to check them out. Start.gg/RH24. They're run by a great group of people there, and you will definitely get a good tournament experience.
All right, we're going to cut.
I need to find the time to be able to come out to one of those.
We're going to cut over to an ad real quick for a tournament coming up in Salt Lake City, Utah. So enjoy this video with us. The thing a lot of us love about the FGC is there are so many disparate communities all coming together to build this giant entity, and one of those communities is Utah. We actually have an incredibly talented community across a ton of different games, and we are so excited to showcase that talent, but not just for Utah, but for all the regions surrounding us. But truth be told, we have incredible restaurants, we have gorgeous scenery, we have amazing bars, and to top it all off, we have an amazing community that's going to come through and show you the best time. First of all, please show up. Will be run completely on PC, so all of the games will be running at the best, most optimal experience for you the entire time. The games we're going to be running are Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8, and each of those games will have a guaranteed $1,000 prize pool. And the event is going to take place over 2 days, November 2nd and November 3rd. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. Lets you fly in on a Friday night, check out some of the scenery and the nightlife, game with us all day Saturday, game with us all day Sunday, and then you can head back home on a Monday. I am so excited to introduce the Utah FGC to everybody that can make it out to this event. If you are within any kind of striking distance, you don't want to miss this. And as always, I'm going to keep asking you this. Please show up. Comms are up.
Welcome back, everybody. That was a nice little blurb from the Salt Lake City, Utah team for their event. Please show up. It looks killer. Honestly, Brad was focused on the food, but it's that time of night for him. It's fine.
No, I mean you're not wrong, right? But like you can't watch that. Did you see that size of that burrito? Also,
Honestly, the ramen clip is what it is.
The floor, like the show floor that they were on, looked so sick.
Yo, I lived that Mexican food. That shit is real.
It's actually funny because I asked the team a while back how they made their tacos, and everyone gave me like an answer. And then Tom comes in and he goes, "I just buy them because there's no way I'm gonna make anything close to as good as this street vendor that lives on my corner."
That's valid.
I definitely bought more than I could eat, and Tom just looked at me. He was like, "Word, all right."
It's not a bad mistake to make.
Day. Just ate that shit the next day, like nothing happened.
Mm.
All right, we got our
we
next
are loading
matchup
in
here. Dude, I love this game. That's so great.
It's
Drew Chuck sending out the Poro, and it just clips the Ari.
Okay, we have a pickup with the JS2 out of the Ari from Professor 139, but not quite prepared for it. A smart backdash, and we find the whiff punish for the extended S string out of Ari. Yeah, you do need some additional lockdown for that. That was an early burst in the air, but it works out for the Braum trade, and it works out the better for Drew Chuck's Braum.
The handshake tag after the Braum shield assist is so grimy. Like, it makes me think of the barrier assist from Dragon Ball that was so problematic for that arc of time. And now you can actually handshake into it instead of just getting a hit. It's crazy.
Okay, and we're running double down here for Drew Chuck, so tons of damage. Meaty 5L is all that it's going to take. Just an Ari in the back. She's got movement and stuff, but it's going to be hard to make this one happen. Nice, interesting link out of Drew Chuck to make that one happen. And now at this point, kill on chip, so that is a losing fight for Professor 139.
Oh my god.
That shields.
So much armor coming here. You saw the clink clink and then the pickup. We do get the change out here. Braum also having a bit of a bad day here though with Darius.
Oh, smart early button out of Professor catches out the attempt at a greedy Braum assist from Drew Chuck, but this lockdown still really strong. Side swap as the Braum goes underneath the jump and we get a pickup.
And we're gonna have
Oh, you're dead because we can burn the level 2 if we want.
I don't even know if we need
don't
it.
even
The level
need
1.
it.
Yeah, Braum. Darius level 1 just chunking health bars. And now it's that lone Ari once again. Gonna see what we can get done.
Chipping away the Braum. Okay, rather than putting out the shield. Okay, a little bit of a scrambly mid-range situation works out better here for Drew Chuck, and with the level 1 in the back, even if this does not kill, which it did, we had the DHC on deck either way.
That last hit from the Braum super did like 5%.
Sometimes you gotta build MR. Braum does AD, right? I don't play support.
Yo, that's how it looks when I be playing mid.
You said the right thing, but then the wrong thing, Brad.
I see what's gonna be really fun about this is that we all get to trigger Doctor by making incorrect league references.
Yeah, mid laner Darius, right?
Yeah,
I mean, it's happened. He got that nice wave clear, but oh my god, Ari taking the 2-for-1, putting him in the corner.
Oh man, what's a shame there is Professor didn't have there's stronger combo routes there. And I'll be the first one to tell you combos aren't the most important thing, but in a happy birthday situation like that, you would really hope for it. As Drew Chuck gets a nice opening, burst comes out and we are back to neutral. Oh no, we don't get the anti-air, but we get a clean limb connection just after the fact.
That bleed applied means that it's danger zone to block, but it's also danger zone to not block. We do got that fireball or snowball powered up here for Drew Chuck. Will he even get a chance to use it on counter Braum? I don't think so.
Yeah, this is really bleeding into Drew Chuck's favor. Just meaty buttons on Wake Up. What's it going to be? Yeah, I don't even see how Professor 139 got clipped, and just using his head with the regular grab on Wake Up to close that round out. We are on set point for Drew Chuck.
Yeah,
he's too hungry.
The Braum Darius combo seems incredibly brutal to deal with. Not only do you have that bleed mechanic from the Darius, but the shield from Braum, the potential ice from Braum. Like, there's just a lot going on there that you have to pay attention to.
Okay, nice whiff punish on the whiff. 2L. Drew Chuck gets a strong start. Active switch straight over for Professor. Bringing in his own Braum there as Drew Chuck as we're trading in this mid-range. Smart backdash. Almost sets up a whiff punish.
The swap, almost. The uppercut there from Braum. Hey,
Oh my
we got
God.
the link.
He hit him with his glutes.
Man, you don't work out that much for nothing, Brad. Okay. She sends him back to full screen.
Yeah, and bringing out the shield, like, Professor 139 just very clearly does not know what to do when Braum's shield is out. Oh, and he doesn't get the super connection there.
Hate to see it. But this is still a pretty healthy Braum. Like, yes, you're down a character, but eventually you'll get that last stand.
It's the
And
armor
you'll just
points.
immediately
Somebody
bring
tell
it
me
to one for one.
I'm checking the fuse he's using. That's not the pulse fuse, is it? I
Oh,
don't
that hit
recall
raw?
what the icon is for that. That's gonna do crazy damage, right? Raw? Not.
I would assume.
On...
That did a healthy chunk, yeah.
Oh, the parry whiffs and we get a 5L starter. Luckily for Drew Chuck, Professor 139 doesn't have any further bar to commit on this. Oh, and he gets it!
Wow. Just absolutely stuffing that Darius last stand and being able to keep the link going, because Drew Chuck was kind of just assuming that it was going to be blocked or hit.
I do see people in chat confirming that that is pulse fuse. Okay, we just wanted to make sure. So that explains some of the combo routes, I suppose, then.
The
Okay.
launcher.
Nice punish. Oh, clipped by the grab. I think they both went for a grab, but Professor 139 got clipped on his extended hurt box after.
Gets the burst tag, bringing in the Ari. And it is interesting seeing how much of a slower game from Professor we've been trying to see. They've at least been trying to be a little bit more conservative with their game plan, but right now, trapped in the corner.
I mean, I think it's important that they be a little bit more conservative. This is, and I'll go into more detail after. Actually, you know what? I'll wait until after to go into more detail, because this Darius Braum feels very much like the kind of team as Drew Chuck is able to close it out. It feels like one of those really punishing teams that in a versus fighter, traditionally, your expectation is that really fast, really mobile characters are going to be the ones that are really strong and dominant. But there's at least a window of time, if not over the grand scheme of things, if you think of like Hulk Hagar, where big body teams like this really matter. And the reason for it is people want to play this game so fast. And teams like Braum Darius that are bringing in all of this armor and all of these guard points force you to sit there and pump the brakes a little bit. And if you don't know how to play this game at a slower pace, you're just going to bleed on the vine.
It also kind of feels like that it's a team that, since we're a week into day negative 300, there's just a lot of armor. There's a lot of punching through
least, yeah.
things. Yeah, so it feels like one of those like easy to pick up teams that just does a ton of damage. You have all kind of just like the things people aren't prepared for. Like I remember when like release of Street Fighter 6, Marissa, right? Everyone's like, oh my god, this character's ridiculous because she armors through everything and she punches me. And it's like, yeah, now where is she? So it's not to say that that will happen with Darius Braum, but that does kind of give me the same vibe.
I get the point that you're making, though, right? Like the thing with Marissa was that the points of her kit that were difficult to deal with were the spots where people weren't super comfortable using the system mechanics yet.
Yeah.
And I think over time, as people get more comfortable with that, the limitations of slower characters start to really be seen. Early on, it's a lot easier to make them work. I do think, at the very least, I feel like Braum, if unchanged, right? Braum seems like he would have limbs in this game to last a little bit longer, because that shield as an assist is such a big deal, especially with your ability to deploy your assist at varying ranges on the screen. If you hold the button, the different ways that you can do tag switches. He's a serviceable point character. His last stand is a really good super. in the back. So he's just a really solid character to stick behind virtually anybody. Okay, Alawi Darius, Braum Darius. We have a theme tonight, and the theme is big bodies, axes, and kill.
Yeah. It makes sense, right? Like the Alawi is kind of seemingly like the outlier right now because we haven't seen too much of her across our now 4 sets. And I believe, yeah, this is Erebus again, actually. So this is, you know, the second Alawi, but it's the same character or same player, excuse me. But
versus the homie Sniffles. Rocking the Braum Darius, bringing that up again, and Alawi off to a strong start there for Erebus. Okay, going for... That's interesting. I wonder if that setup timed a little bit differently would have actually given them, like, a legitimate safe jump kind of thing. I don't rightly know. This is crazy chip damage coming out on the side of Erebus, but the shield keeps him safe, and we get... No, we just barely don't get a pickup for Sniffles.
Yeah, and you do have to be careful against this Darius Alawi matchup, just due to some of the weird ways their kits interact. But those tentacles have some really funky uses that we haven't really seen a whole lot of. Again, it's a character that like just needs a little bit of practice behind her, and you'll be able to start seeing some really funky setups. But right now, Sniffles is Darius putting in a little bit of work.
Damn, jump back S2. Meaty 5L, that's the second or third throw now that Sniffles has tried to go for. We're not getting. Goes for the tag call. Oh my god, protect your lady, Darius. Erebus finally finds the hit to be able to save Alawi in the back. Nice pick up on this air combo. We do have double down, so I think Sniffles is in the position to die on the next touch, but gets the touch of his own.
Sends out the final stand there from Braum.
You can get a combo off of that throw in the corner. Not ready for it.
Oh, that hit so far away. The man's got an axe with sword normals.
Yeah, I think that's his 3M. It's like a special sweep for hard knockdown. The range on it is nuts, and I hate how often I get it by accident.
Sending out a
oh my god, so I think Sniffles ended up crossing under on that jump there, and that's what made that work. Wanted for another throw, went for the 6-7, it's not gonna work. After making a really solid comeback, Sniffles just gets clipped by Darius in a weird scrambly situation in neutral, and the first round is going to go to Erebus.
It was a really close round, though. Really could have gone either way. It was one-touch situation for both players. Sniffles, though, on the defensive. Once again, this Braum is just getting worked up. Right into the level 2. We're going to get some visiting Poro snacks.
They really are.
Oh, the Alawi assist coming in with the giant tentacle, hitting full screen. Sniffles again on the offensive, though. Oh, that is so cross-up.
Okay. Low. Oh my god, gets the wall bounce, and we have the active switch here. Wow, trying to save him, and Erebus almost puts his Darius into danger. Nice block on the cross-up.
It is kind of crazy how in Sniffles goes when they do get the assist caught up and things. It's so aggressive. That was such a late tag, too. Oh my god. Sniffles, you madman.
Okay, air pickup. Oh no, I think because we opened with JL instead of JM, we weren't in a spot for the air snatch to connect. Erebus finds the combo route to turn that one through, and now 2 characters up to 1 against Sniffles' Braum, and an anti-air connection. Just cash out into the super is all it's gonna take. That is another round on the board. That's just game 1, right?
Yeah, that was just game 1.
I feel like that took a while. These dudes they're playing some neutral.
There may have been somebody on Twitter that said this game is not a 3 out of 5 game.
Oh, they right.
Let's go.
I hate to say they might be right.
Look,
No,
the
I love
thing
to say
is,
I love to say it. They are 100% correct.
look, like you could make an argument to be like, oh, you know, it's a versus E title, damage can be really high. It's like, yeah, word. It's still 2 out of 3 rounds for a game. So, you know, you're already playing more of the inane block forever bullshit. Wow, what a 5L check. Going for the charge 5H is not going to work.
Oh, no!
And Erebus with the corner
Darius.
control. That is a happy birthday. No combo drop.
but you're still hitting the assist. Darius was still getting beat up that whole time. Braum said, protect you? Nah, protect me. Oh, just drops it right at the end there. Back throw, giving Erebus the space to work with, but they end up back in the corner again. But hey.
Yeah,
Darius.
so Sniffles went for the backdash cancel out of block stuff. The backdash, the push back. I don't know what the proper term for that ought to be. But went for a 5L punish after, and it just got whiff punish. That, am I crazy, or was that a brick of damage?
It was. Oh, it wasn't.
Okay.
It was,
it
but
was
it
off
wasn't.
of a throw.
Yeah,
the scaling off of throw for that for Darius if he wants to burn bar is crazy.
Okay, got the shoulder charge coming in behind the Braum wall. That definitely seems to have been a big part of what Sniffles has been trying to get done. We do get the DHC into the Darius to bring him out front, but not ready for the jump.
Yeah, I feel like one of the mistakes that Sniffles is making is his like de facto check is 5L in a lot of spots, and the problem is it's not covering the space on the screen as Darius that he needs to be. I think you need to be a little bit more reliant on like 5M and, you know, have more of a respect for space and less of a respect for frames, if that makes sense. Erebus's Darius is able to close that one out, so Darius Braum and Erebus's winner side to move on is sitting right here. Sniffles needs to make this happen.
I mean, Erebus also has that burst available, so if you do finally get a hit as Sniffles, potentially for it to just go wrong. Wake up level 2. Sending in the Cookie Brigade. This is going to be a fair bit of damage.
Yeah, eat 1,000 snacks.
Was more than I thought.
Oh, and again, it's the same thing. Sniffles went for the check with the 5L, but he keeps not being in range for it.
Oh, gets the command grab off the apprehend, which that move is messed up. I don't care what anybody says. You're
Apprehend?
on hit. Yeah, because the apprehend into either hit option is -2. Like, doesn't matter if it's slash or headbutt, you're -2.
I don't know. All I do know is that Erebus was able to get the better of that one. Sniffles, when you go back to the lab or you keep playing these, please, in most of those spots you hit 5L, please hit 5M. Because you were hitting in spots where you were able to have the breathing room to get your turn out and start doing stuff, but 5L wasn't reaching as far as you wanted it to. I think in a game like this, you either get into the habit of like really trusting when you can use a longer poke, or always going into 5L off of a dash just to get that little bit of extra space, because movement can happen so quickly in this game.
Yeah, I mean, dashes are interesting in this game as well. Some have runs, some have, you know, I think Braum just has a normal hop, right?
No, I think he has a run. Isn't run universal if you hold dash?
Is it? I thought I was messing around with it earlier, and Braum had just a little hippity hop back and forth. But no,
I have
mean,
not played Braum myself yet, so you could be right. I don't know.
Yeah, but also, you know, it's not fully anime. There's no air dash except for particular characters. Brad Cat cameo, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she's always gonna come through. Look, when it's something exciting like a new title, she wants to come and see the business too. And there's a cat girl in this game, so you know we all know. When I duo, it's me and Pipaka, and she's playing Ari.
R is a fox, bro.
She has cat ears. She has ears. Whatever. Let me have this, okay? Does it track or no?
No. Literally a
called
fox.
somebody the other day, and they were like, "Oh, there's a cat girl in the game," and I was like, "It's a fox," and I pushed my glasses up and everything, and I was like.
Like there are cats in League of Legends. Like there's Yumi, which I'm very excited to come to, you know, 2XKO. That'll be super fun. For
Good night,
nobody.
Doctor. Good night, doctor. Good night. Good night.
Oh man, there's cats. I think is Yumi the only? Well, like Yumi's literally a cat, but
the X button in chat says Nidalee.
Well, she turns into a cougar. I think that's a little different.
Which is a cat.
You're right. Yeah. But
look, man, whiskers to whiskers. That's all it takes for me.
Oh,
right?
whiskers
It's close
is all
enough.
it takes. So
foxes have
Warwick,
whiskers, right?
cat.
Dogs
Yeah.
have whiskers.
Nasus,
Bet.
cat.
You know what? If there's only a dog in this game, if it's Warwick and not Ari, Papaka's playing Warwick. What do you want from me in this imaginary hypothetical where
Yo.
my cat is duoing with me?
Yo, enough of what you're talking about.
Are we hurting?
We definitely need Nasus in this game.
Bro, imagine
That's-
withering
Oh, yeah.
somebody. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Actually, that
Wait
actually
it.
wouldn't be that bad. That'd be very similar to the
No,
the time character
slow
in
bomb-
MK.
No, Beautiful Joe in Marvel 3 with the slow super.
Let's go.
That's before my time, Brad. I don't know what to tell you. The Alawi assist coming out immediately and catching Freezy unawares. So now we're actually going to see Alawi from another player. This time it's going to be Zanoi, who is also rocking the Ari. Resident Fox gamer.
Yep. I do see in the bracket they are entered as shadow clones. So unfortunately, you and I are watching the direct feed, so we're just gonna have to remember that. But Freezy with a life deficit right now, again connecting with the glutes, but not in the position to make something happen. Clips with the overhead here, and Shadow Clone gets a nice start. How far do we have these Ari combos? Oh. It's all. I'm just gonna do my best to remember.
That Shadow Clone.
No pickup.
New England, by the way.
Is the... Oh, Shadow Clone is Zanoi. Okay. I was paying attention to the match and was not paying attention to what you guys were saying, but we do get the pickup here from Ari. Doesn't
crazy.
quite kill the assist, but it's pretty close. Are you blocking? You're not blocking. You're dead.
Yeah, I like all of those choices out of Shadow Clone, right? Like, the combo drop was because they really were paying attention to the happy birthday, and then when it dropped out, they weren't quite ready. Going for that super there was like, I'm gonna force the chip kill, and I'll spend that resource just to guarantee that you don't get to heal on your backup character. Round 2 here, Freezy gets a strong start with the Echo. Double cross up, having corner control. Oh, the fireball actually connects in the air, and the double overhead works out. Shadow Clone not blocking his dome.
We're gonna have to figure out which side Echo's on. Does get the time wind in there as well. Oh, the push block from Alawi.
Oh, interesting.
Any space trapped in the corner. We're gonna see Freezy fighting their way out though. Time Winder connects, but not the slow. Handshake. How far can we take this?
Yeah,
Not
that was a little bit too high for, I think, Ari's standard conversions. We do get the slowdown there out of Echo here for Freezy. Throwing up the fireball again. Oh, we went for a throw. I wonder, is it because Alawi is so tall that the Time Winder bomb connected high enough to make the throw not work? Would a shorter character crouching have gotten clipped there?
Oh, Alawi got caught by the Braum charge. Oh, are you dead? He combos off a command grab, Brad.
I mean, welcome to Versus titles, dude. I know that's before your time, but welcome.
What do you mean? I was here for Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that was different.
You don't play fighting games.
I was playing fighting games earlier today.
Anyway,
Dan to
back
back
to the
me up.
match.
Let's go.
We do have one round apiece. This is game 1 as well. So we're going to see Freezy eating a chunk of damage.
I did not know that route worked, using the Air 2S as an OTG and picking it up into the tackle for the Ari. Stolen.
We are having the double assist calls as well. The double handshakes, excuse me. Oh, Time Winder and the handshake kind of connected at the same time.
Alright. Waiting it out. Oh man, interrupts. So Shadow Clone went to do something in that gap there, not quite the right decision. Plus frames, so blows him up again. Shadow Clone is swinging for the fences, ought not to be.
That was almost the coolest setup ever. The super high launch into the Poro throw. I was gonna lose my mind, but we are gonna see Shadow Clone trying to break the defense of Braum here.
I love that double tag there to force out the extra tentacle slam. Oh no! We don't quite link into the super the way that we need to, and Freezy's able to get another chance at life. There is so much bar in the back. Command grab connects while you were waiting to block the Time Winder bomb.
Can we take this? We do still have 1 bar in the tank. Gonna spend it.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh my god.
Super scaling is...
Does this game
I feel
have
like-
super scaling?
I think it does, but it feels like it's a suggestion. Oh! Staggers off of... Is that her 5M?
I got distracted by somebody complaining about the mouse on the screen.
Level 2 coming out from Freezer, and they close out this first game.
Oh yeah, game 1 in the books.
Unstoppable. Rom wins.
Also, somebody in chat asked if Set was a cat, and no. Him, along with Zaya and Rakan, are bird people.
He has the ears.
He has cat ears.
Am I crazy?
He literally has cat ears.
Okay, but
Right.
He's the same race as Zaya and Rakan, which are bird
So they're
people.
birds with cat ears?
I got pointy ears, bro. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh, okay. I like that little mix-up situation coming out from Shadow Clone. We don't quite get the pickup in that situation off of the tentacle, however, and we're late on an attempt. I think we could have been able to punish that, but I'm not positive. The double tag again, but a smart up back out of Freezy gets him away from the high-low.
Just spending the meter, trying to get some chip in, and steals the corner. Okay, that's super grimy, but not gonna work out for him. And now we're gonna see Shadow Clone in a world of hurt. Doesn't get the longest combo, but got out of the danger zone.
Okay. Going for the jumps again. Burst coming out from Shadow Clone. So Ari keeping him safe in the back. Nope. Real pickup and out of the air tech. JL is a nice start there. Oh,
You weren't
man.
blocking, and so you got time stopped.
Wow, the second low. I wasn't prepared for that either. After you block the left rights, nobody is sitting there being like, and now there's going to be a stagger, right?
Ari's not a bird, chat. She's a fox. She's literally a different race from them.
Okay. Ooh, that was an interesting attempt from Freezy, going for like a neutral jump mix-up, but it's not quite going to work. What is the combo route going to be from Shadow Clone? Interesting, gets the hard knockdown. See, and that's what, I like that better. I was going to say you can set up the 2S for the homing fireball, but that was a much better mix-up.
I think it's kind of cool you can keep the combo going after the KO.
Let's go.
Shades of Tekken there.
Or Marvel 2.
Brett, you should talk about games that I know about. You know, popular
Okay, so in Valorant, right? Damn, you said popular games after I mentioned Marvel 2. You're gonna get crucified. I hope you liked fighting games, because you're not gonna get to play them anymore. Anyway, Freezy with a
of
strong
crucified.
start here with the level... Oh?
Okay, that was a weird interaction with the burst. I don't really know how to explain what happened other than the burst canceled the super. Oh,
Maybe it was
God,
like
the armor.
burst into tag and then the super connected with the secondary character.
Or what if it connected to the first and then the tag cancels it because the second character is active now? Oh man, imagine if that was how that worked. That'd be stupid.
Oh my god, huge push block there. Earns a little bit of breathing room, but Freezy is so relentless. Shadow Clone onto just the Ari, and unfortunately whiffs the JS2 and gets clipped on landing. That is the set for Freezy.
Echo wins.
Yeah, Freezy, when the Echo is out, definitely seems to be having some really nice situations for themselves. But I do want to see more of this Alawi. We've seen a couple players now, and they haven't really been able to show too much of these crazy tentacle setups. Like they do get some where it's like, you know, they'll set up a couple with the Alawi assist, they'll maybe get a hit or two, and then the tentacle will get a single hit off. But like we haven't seen like some of those Twitter clips where it's like you set up the tentacle, you get a grab, and then you just have the tentacle grab and combo off from there. So I would like to see a little bit more of that, but that's just because I want to see more of the character. But no, the Echo really crushing it, and Braum is probably the character of the night so far.
Yeah, there's been a lot. It's been Braum and Darius. I feel like the Aries that we have seen thus far haven't really had the chance to come alive. And I think part of it is because, like you highlighted, Braum has been on so many teams, and people aren't quite prepared for how to deal with the threat
Armor?
that is the shield. Yeah.
The shield, the armor that he has on his certain moves, like there's just a lot to try and push through. And with seemingly a lack of like multi-hitting moves, it does seem kind of a tough spot, right? Because it's like, how do you break the armor? I
and
haven't
then not
seen
even
it.
just that, right? Like you likened it to Barrier from Dragon Ball Fighters, right? It's
Yeah.
not just that the shield comes out. It's that the shield comes out and you're thinking about checking it, but the second you approach the shield, there is a completely unfazed character behind them ready to act who checks you for when you try to hit something.
Yeah, I mean, like, before Android or Super 17 came out, you had 18 who had the barrier herself as a special, and you could follow it up with the assists. And like, we didn't see a whole lot of that. It did get a little bit of play later on, but now when they introduced Super 17, a shy 3 years ago or whatever it was, and Europe started picking it up and playing with the assist of it. And it's the same situation. You set up the barrier assist, your active character can do whatever they want. You get a high-low whatever, and it's tough to deal with.
Well, I think with Super 17, additionally, it's the fact that like the barrier covers you, but also he does the attack for you, so you don't have to commit at all.
Yeah.
And then in a more generic use case, you can use it as a combo tool or pressure tools in different spot in a way that a purely defensive assist like just a barrier can't really do for you. So in a game like this where you have these crazy handshake tags, right? Like you can bring out Braum, use the shield, and then depending on the character you're playing, you can set up an incredibly active, long-lasting move in front of it, and then handshake tag back over to Braum, right? Like Braum Darius, you do S2, break their ranks, and then switch back over to Braum, and you have more than enough time to set up a mix-up with Braum on point, try to earn that unbreakable. Nice start here for Erebus with a good 2M start.
This is Erebus versus Tibbers, so...
Have you seen his bear, though?
Bro, that character's gonna be nutty. But, yeah, I mean, we're gonna see this Yasuo...
Oh shit,
Ari
Annie will be a summon character.
Yeah. It kind
She'll
of
be
makes
a
me
puppet
think
character.
Yeah, what was the puppet character that Diaphone played in DNF? Actually, you probably won't remember that because you weren't really doing DNF.
Yeah, I wasn't super active in DNF. Tibbers is able to get a start, but no, we don't have the combo after the S1 Rekka string. We don't have the confirm.
This
how he
feels
comes
like
out,
a
'cause we want-
very feast or famine team, right? Like Ari Yasuo, if you get the hit, sick. You're gonna combo to the moon. But if you're trying to block, you are just dead.
Yeah, I think the goal is you don't have assists that help you as much in neutral, but you have characters that are capable of setting up like weird sandwich mix-ups, which I think is why that's the double assist one, right? So the idea is that it really wants to set up these side swaps. Okay, and we get no, in that spot, you don't get the pickup. I was about to highlight sandwich into mix-up is the whole point. And he drops the super.
So I did see that I believe there might be some connection hiccups happening in the Discord, and we can kind of see it on our stream, Brad. I don't know. If it's
Okay,
showing
no,
up
I do
on
see it. I assumed it was a spectator, well, not a spectator client. I assumed it was their like Discord upload stream, but I am also seeing it in the Discord chat. You're right.
So it is possible.
And we pay
but-
good money for that today. It's not us.
So we are gonna get the super coming out of the Ari as well, but the air throw from Darius, why does that character doesn't need that? Get that out of here. Delete that. Last stand ready here for the Yasuo. That is gross, Brad. That charged heavy into that three heavy that you were talking about.
They got the X.
I don't
See,
know.
Darius
I think the thing is, over time, if you're not covering your charged heavy with an assist or something, it's hard committal, right? Like you
Yeah.
see the wind up for it, your character flashes red, you just stand parry it if you have the bar. And if you don't, like, I guess if you see it, depending on the spacing, you can try to counter poke or like fuzzy jump so you get away from like a high low. I don't know if this game has pre-jump frames or not, so I don't know how effective chicken blocking would be over time, but oh, hella plus frames into the 3M, yeah.
Say again, Tom? I didn't hear what you said. Brad laughed, so it was probably funny.
It was lewd.
Oh.
Okay, that jump there, I wonder if the attempt, that's like the second or third time now we've seen a jump get smoked by a burst. I wonder
What?
if the goal is to try to jump and block it like a Guilty Gear style burst bait.
Yeah, I really haven't seen any burst punishes in much of what I've been seeing, and whether it's just because people are so active in their offense or if it's just not something people are practiced with. But man, that damage, crushing the Yasuo out early, and now just the air scrambles going so way in favor of Erebus.
Okay. Yeah, and there's that charge heavy with the Darius in the back. But again, I think with the way that there was a gap there, had Tibbers gone for a counter poke in that gap, they would have gotten a happy birthday. Same thing, active switch earlier this time as well as not charging the 5H. I suppose that's the mix-up. You can't autopilot it. Breaks their ranks to close out the round, and it is set point here for Erebus.
Ready. Let's go.
Yeah, the big bodies is doing so much damage, and their assists cover each other so cleanly, which is something that we haven't really been able to see from this Yasuo Ari team. We did get to see the back tag Ari assist where she goes in the air and sends the fireball down, but it was just that one time, and like you said, we didn't actually get the pickup from it. That time though, we do see it, but the combo's gonna drop.
Right, Tibbers, oh man, went for a 5L check there. I feel like that was supposed to be a chain combo into the H, but like it was 5L right into a charge 5H. Not gonna work. Next hit on block will kill the Yasuo from Tibbers. Oh, interesting. Was that a trade because it extended the hurt box as he went through the wind wall and clipped with the active tentacle in the back?
Well, so the tentacle wouldn't be blocked by the wind wall, so it could have just been, a chip through that, or if he just got hit by it. But yeah, tentacles aren't projectiles, chat. They don't go flying through the air.
Okay, nice wake up 5L. We get a pickup, but we don't really have a combo in the back. Tibbers gonna be able to try to check it out. Okay, going for the back dash, the block dash. He's fishing with this uppercut here as Erebus, and we finally get it right into the super. No, it's not going to work. A little bit too high there from Tibbers. But, yeah, just finishing out the chain, and that is going to be the set for Erebus.
Indomitable. Ilaoi.
Yep. So Erebus will be moving on. If you want to follow up, chat, you can use the exclamation point bracket command. That will have the updated bracket start.gg/Kasako.
I hate so much of what you just said.
So
Wow.
that was our winners
That-
semis matchup. We do have another one. Did we see Freezy Drew Trick yet? No, right?
I'm not dignifying you with an answer.
We've not. All right. So production's got me, even though Brad is, forfeiting his job for the night. That's crazy. So
Kasako!
Nah, you said it again. Like we were trying to get past it, and then you brought it back up. Like
I was trying to move the show forward.
You're the problem. Now you're the problem, Brad.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Anyway, Freezy Drew
We got
Chuck.
Freezy. Freezy.
So Freezy was the Echo and Rom, right?
I think so. I do think Freezy was the Echo.
I do
Drew Chuck, we
remember
saw Drew
Echo.
Chuck play once. I want to say Drew Chuck was also. I mean, I feel like every match we've watched tonight has had at least one big body on it. I think we saw like a Yasuo Ari, and that was the only example of a not big body team we've seen, and that team got blown away. Rom Darius.
Yeah, so this Freezy was the Echo Braum that we saw that was doing that crazy double handshake tag setup. where it was the Echo, you know, time winding forward, Braum coming in, going for that cheeky overhead while Echo's on the other side, and then you handshake again. And it was mildly successful, but it is, you know, just a very crazy left-right that people are having to deal with because it's also a high-low built-in, but that's just ridiculous.
Okay, immediate burst coming out of Druchuk, not wanting to deal with anything, going for the block dash back. Going for some mid-range. Nice block there as we see some no mix-up, just wanting to catch Freezy out unawares. Oh my god, that was like a little bit of a Street Fighter, you know, footsie situation happening there. Special wake up trades with the armored meaty, so Freezy actually gets to punish it.
That's the setup! That was the one I was talking about earlier with the Poro link. Oh my god, this character's sick. Best character in the Alpha Lab. That's so crazy. Do it again. Freezy, hit him with it. Oh my god, these combos go forever.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. Wanted for a meaty. It's a little, I don't know if that was a meaty that went too early and we just got away with it. There's the Poro link like you wanted. And we've got a level 2 in the back if we want it. We're not even gonna need it, I don't think, because this level 1 ought to do it. Yeah, stand on him, give him the T-pose.
That level 1 just does such a bit of damage.
Yo, Braum out here standing on business?
Braum is crushing hopes and dreams right now.
I was about to say nice pickup for Druchuk, but the burst comes out. Oh, bad time to tag. Oh, you thought you were safe.
I am curious to see if this keeps up where, you know, the Echo's starting, but then as soon as the Darius comes out, we see Freezy swapping over to the Braum, right? Like, we really just don't want this Darius-Echo matchup to be seen, it seems. But right now, what is happening? There's armor everywhere!
Into the double down, that's really good damage. The longer that Freezy is able to keep this slow, no, gets clipped by the wall bounce assist out of Darius. One more poke would do it, so we get the swap over. We're surrendering a little bit of that gray life on Echo in favor of saving Braum more. Okay. Nice start for Freezy.
But again, no double down here. This is the
Oh
freestyle.
my god!
Where was he?
That was, he did overhead into rewind, but canceled before the overhead came out, which set up a whiff punish on the DP. I am shook.
I just watched that back on the Twitch stream, and that was grimy. This character is also sick. This game's so good. Okay, just catching him flat out with the Braum charge. Comboing into the level 2 here. Yeah, those are some deadly cookies.
See, I know Dan has us and clipped that.
Oh yeah, that's on Twitter
wild.
already. No, 1-0.
I think that was 1.
Yeah. So, chat, this is for winners finals, by the way. Winner of this will go on to fight winners Erebus in the winners finals to then decide our grand finals later on in the night. But, oh, that time winder crushed the assist. Can you not handshake tag while you're slowed like that? That would make sense.
Yeah, I mean, you're. I feel like the slow is qualifying as like a super long period of hit stun. You are able to burst, but I mean that's Braum in the back saving your ass. That has nothing to do with whether or not your character is slowed.
So
Oh my god, he's fishing.
These crazy long normals from the Darius are just working. You get the tech coming in, but too much pressure. It is eventually overwhelming Freezy.
Nice pick up off the wall bounce, and we get the slam dunk. Druchuk gets first blood in this game. Oh, clip that full screen. That's crazy damage. We had the double down. I think if we were closer to the corner, you would genuinely be dead because we would have had the Braum DHC in the back. Is it going to be wake up 2S2? Are we going to DP? Oh, we got great combos. Oh, it was wake up charge. It was the wake up attack, and it does get clipped out. I feel like Echo is really good at beating that, and I base that on the fact that I played against an Echo yesterday, and that move was useless. Oh my god, the DP gets smoked as well.
And even if that hadn't been the DP itself, it was still just side swap city. Oh my god. Okay.
Smart from Drewchuck, just waits it out. 5L in a spot where
Just
you know,
punch
it
him.
starts to get a little scrambly. Yeah, just punched him. You're a bigger man. You have a longer reach. That matters in boxing. Oh, 2M under the Sidewinder.
Oh, that was the command grab attempt coming in there as well from Freezy. But these assists covering the super long buttons are just really tough to break your way out of the corner. Has to spend the burst and it's just being pushed right back.
It's interesting. I feel like Drewchuck is really being mindful of the burst. Okay, that was interesting. Parry comes out and we go for a double super off the double down. I think the idea there was like, yeah, I get it. You want to check me after your parry works. I'm going to punish you for it. Up, back, H works out better for Freezy than it does for Drewchuck, and we get a tag switch, I'm sorry.
I actually really like that because the Time Winder had been set up behind Grom while he was being frozen. So then when he was hit forward out of the freeze, he actually landed on the Time Winder, giving that extended hit state that you were talking about.
That's punishable. So he connected the super, but it has no iframes at the startup. He was late on a cancel. I think maybe... I don't know if his S2 super has iframes. That S1 one I know does not.
Gets caught low. Again, no DHC, so you are going to have to just extend this with an assist as much as possible. Sets up the mix, hits the high. Oh, God. I don't know what Drewchuck was expecting there.
Let's go.
Somebody in chat confirms S2 does have iframes, so yeah, we just used the wrong super there.
First comes in, just trying to get away from the pressure.
Oh, swap into command grab. That setup's been so difficult to deal with. You don't, like, you expect that either they're going to come behind the shield or the shield is just going to actually connect with you. Meter pressure works out. Was that a back throw tech that didn't work there for Freezy?
The shoulder charge gets stuffed up, forcing the burst out of Freezy.
Oh, there's that charge 5H, but it has answers. Like I said, your whole character flashes red to let people know, hey, I am locking myself in this animation.
Yeah, that was pretty much exactly what you were alluding to earlier. And it's so crazy to see it already being implemented, but you do get the push block there. The swap still connects, but your back character has seen better days, Drewchuck.
Right. The only thing you have going for you right now, Drewchuck, is that there is not double down, but you did not block on your wake up, so instead you got smoked. Going for the last stand, once for the throw tech from Drewchuck, and we just clip here for Freezy. Burst comes out, but that is gonna be, I believe, the set for Freezy. Yes, indeed, according to the overlay on Twitch.
So that is, in fact, Freezy moving on to our winners finals. They're going to be going up against Erebus that we were talking about earlier. So that is super exciting to see. I'm very waiting for that one. But chat.
No, executive decision. We're not doing top 8 first 3. Yeah, no.
That would be a very odd choice after our earlier conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the adult in the room and say that's not what we're doing today.
Yep. But what we are doing, chat, is we're going to remind you about the Matcherino. You can go ahead and type into chat !Matcherino and pull that up. As you can see here, we do still have 35 coupon codes remaining. Yost was the last one to claim one of those. But as well, you can go ahead and claim those codes. Shout out to Dan Cravat with the very generous $50 direct contribution as well. That is huge, chat. That could be you. Instead, it's Dan. But you can also claim the codes. You can be there, help out. Also
Want to show some love. It's like racing to the finish line. Hey, if you want to get to the finish line faster, you got to level up your execution. And you can do that with the help of our homies over at Granola. You can check out the Summit or the Big Summit. Their new options in the leverless controller market reach new heights with Granola. And you can use coupon code casabunch at checkout for... I don't recall if it's $10 or 10%. There's a 10 in that figure.
You get $10 off of the Summit, and then actually instead of that $10 just going into outer space, Granola's been so kind as to put that $10 in the next match arena. So you'll be helping yourself to a sale, and you'll be helping your community.
Speaking of community, we want to give a shout out to East Coast Throwdown. It is an event that is very near and dear to the hearts here of the Casa members, and we'll be able to show out once again this October 11th through the 13th, this time at the Connecticut Convention Center in Hartford, Connecticut. It is going to be a new venue, a new time, and I am, for one, very much looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see what they've got cooked up this year.
Also want to show love to the homies in the Midwest. Roundhouse coming at you for what we have previously determined is the third year straight, October 4th through 6th at the Renaissance Glenview in Glenview, Illinois. Start.gg/RH24. I have heard nothing but good things about this event since they have started doing it, and they are stepping their game up with a 1K pop bonus, as you can see on the screen. The streets are calling. Are you going to answer? Start.gg/RH24 for the sign up.
The thing a lot of us love about the FGC is there are so many disparate communities all coming together to build this giant entity, and one of those communities is Utah. We actually have an incredibly talented community across a ton of different games, and we are so excited to showcase that talent, but not just for Utah, but for all the regions surrounding us. But truth be told, we have incredible restaurants, we have gorgeous scenery, we have amazing bars, and to top it all off, we have an amazing community that's going to come through and show you the best time. First of all, please show up. Will be run completely on PC, so all of the games will be running at the best, most optimal experience for you the entire time. The games we're going to be running are Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8, and each of those games will have a guaranteed $1,000 prize pool. And the event is going to take place over 2 days, November 2nd and November 3rd. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. Lets you fly in on a Friday night, check out some of the scenery and the nightlife, game with us all day Saturday, game with us all day Sunday, and then you can head back home on a Monday. I am so excited to introduce the Utah FGC to everybody that can make it out to this event. If you are within any kind of striking distance, you don't want to miss this. And as always, I'm going to keep asking you this. Please show up.
Welcome back, everybody. Those was another word from our friends over at the Utah fighting game community. Get good. I know they enjoy pizza, so if you're into pizza, definitely check out Utah. But I can't speak for the quality of their pizza. I just know that they love to eat it.
It's super fucking good. It's
Wow.
so good. I
Tom says
unmuted
it's
to
good.
make sure that you all know it's good.
And the guy from New York is vouching, so it has to be.
Look, as long as it's
mediocre
not
at
Chicago.
least. I don't know. If it's got bread, tomatoes, and cheese, it's fine by my standards. It's a pizza. But we are going to be heading into more 2XKO madness. We're going to be taking a trip downstairs to the loser's side. And first up, we're going to be having Professor versus 2EZ. So let's check in on them and see if they're getting set up. They are loading into character select right now. And I'm going to guess big bodies aside.
I don't know. We might have seen Drew Chuck versus Professor, but I don't think we've seen 2EZ at all tonight. So there is the possibility of, okay, Darius Yasuo versus Ari Brahm. Finally, like the slightest bit of character variance in that they aren't both playing one of the same character. But Ari Brahm, I've certainly seen a fair bit of. Both characters have among the best assists in this game, I think. Ari's back assist is really solid, and obviously we've already seen Braum Shield be super important. Yasuo Darius, such strong neutral control, really gonna bleed away at you, and a fantastic sandwich setup team. So lots of abilities to really trip you up with some left-right stuff.
Yeah, and so the Darius Yasuo team is actually the Bunch and Dan Cravat team as well. So I am sure you'll be seeing a lot of that team, but right now you're just seeing how much they can take away from you in this neutral game, whether it's getting set up with the wind wall or missing out on the jump special and getting beat up for it.
Okay, I'm recalling that we did get to watch Professor play earlier. They are back on the Why am I drawing a blank on which fuse that is? But anyway, we have Too Easy with a strong start.
Man,
Oh,
that
a
is-
short hop.
Yeah, that time staying on the same side, and that will probably be enough with the level 1 in the back foot. Doesn't even need it. And now
Okay,
you're just
and the
a
Ari
lone
in the
fox
back.
lady.
But that's the trouble in this particular matchup, right? Is if you want to try to use the fireball a lot as your ability to get in neutral and try to confirm off of it, the wind will really nullifies it. Nice 2L check, but we don't have the follow-up off of our launcher.
We are going to get a nice little sequence here, though. How far can we push it? Not very far as we come down. Not ready for the 2L of Yasuo, but, oh, gets stance punished.
2S, I was gonna say 2S keeps him safe, but the air-to-air works out in favor of Too Easy. Also, thank you, Dan Cravat, in the chat for reminding me that it's called Pulse Fuse. I could not recall the name.
We'll get
Oh,
there.
no.
Get that burst to eat up a little bit of the Darius pressure, but right back at it, spending that level 1, getting the big slash. That is tough to deal with. Holy.
Okay. Oh, doesn't get the link after the land and the re-jump combo there does Too Easy, but oh, the pickup, the super connects with Ari, so I'm sorry, with Braum, so it kills him in the back, and we get the air S2 right into the super, just bulldozing through them with all the bar they earned in round 1. First game on the board for Too Easy.
That was a lot of damage. But yeah, I mean, this is a fairly fragile team in the Ari Braum shell. Ari just doesn't have a whole lot of, I want to say, survivability going for her, even though I believe health bars are the same.
No, there are health differences.
They're different.
So then, yeah, I mean, the Ari, even when they're getting these hits, we do get a nice little sequence here, but it just, it doesn't lead to too much. We haven't really seen the Braum assist call either.
Yeah, I feel like Professor is striking me right now as exactly the type of player that I think 2XKO is trying to bring in, which is somebody that's maybe not as used to fighting games at the highest level, but is excited about the IP and wants to get it started. And so I think, you know, using the Pulse Fuse, having a little bit harder time juggling the 2 characters at a time, that's very telling for me. I appreciate that they came through. Right now, they're getting blown over by Too Easy, and they just connect immediately in the back. But Too Easy isn't ready with the follow-up after the special on Wake Up. But Professor on just the Ari, nice clip with the Fireball Rekka, but we were late for the pickup afterwards once again. And yeah, that's punishable if you finish it out with nothing in the back.
So Yasuo actually can interrupt that as well as soon as she goes airborne. The stab special does beat it out, but that is just something we'll see more of as we see more of the Ari Yasuo matchup. Wind wall coming up and just pushes right through it. Oh, it's full screen. It's so scary.
Yeah, I mean, this man has some neutral. Okay, in the level.
The bar.
Okay, about 45% there, but clipped by the Rekka string. Yasuo's movement has been a consistent problem here for Professor. Side swap into the 2L on the other side, so he's clipped low. Braum is gonna start bleeding. How much do we dump?
I actually like
Oh,
that. Don't
nothing.
spend anything. Yeah, save it for the potential closeout of the character, which is still probably going to be one more touch, I imagine. We are going to spend that into the level 2. Maybe I was wrong and this is enough to kill.
If it's not, it's extraordinarily close.
Oh my
Yeah,
God, the
you can
pixel.
basically guarantee it on chip, especially with Darius. I mean, forward assist is armored, so you can damn near guarantee that, I think. Nice going for the air dash over the wind wall. Oh, that's going to be punishable. Oh, he's late on the punish there is Too Easy.
But the sandwich
what a
style that you were talking about. Yeah, the sandwich of these two characters is really difficult to deal with, especially when Yasuo can just pick a side to be on pretty much. But that is going to be... That was game 2, I believe, right?
Yeah, no, that's the set for Too Easy. So Professor out. This was top 8, so Professor out at 7th, tying with Static Gorilla. Thank you so much for coming through. We didn't get to see Static Gorilla in the Static Gorilla versus Dankworth match, but thanks to both of you for coming through. Thanks to everybody who came through tonight so that we could, you know, hang out and give this here 2XKO Alpha Lab a try.
Yeah, it's very, very nice to see that, you know, as we put on another beta event, that people are still showing up and showing out. And it was really nice to see that Riot was able to kind of open the floodgates of players this week, you know, after being fairly selective when it first came out last week. And, you know, you and I got codes this week, plus we have a lot of friends that were being able to give away, you know, a couple hundreds of codes each. So definitely a big number of players being able to get in the last couple days.
Yeah, I was gonna say I am one of the people who only earned the privilege in the last few days. I was out here screaming, "Let me in!" watching streams and hoping that I would get in a wave, and then they just opened the door. At a certain point, I mean, this is functionally not a closed alpha at this point. I feel like they've let absolutely everybody in, and you know what? Why not slam those servers? What is our next match gonna be? It looks like it's gonna be
and Dankworth.
Indeed, so a losers quarterfinal match. Fighting over the top 4 now. Darius Braum versus Darius Yasuo.
Braum is nice guy.
Ready.
Okay. So I was trying to see where they both fell in the bracket, and both of these players were actually knocked down into losers by Freezy, who is currently sitting in winners finals.
Oh. I see. Okay, JH connects. We go for the burst because Dankworth doesn't really want to deal with it. The Yasuo chase down. Burst comes back from Drewchuck, and we get Darius in. The deep jump in connects on a less than stellar active tag.
Oh, and you're just getting chunked up here. Gonna get that knockdown as well, but Wake Up DP catching the assist as well. Not a whole ton of damage, but you're gonna get this sick anti-air. Immediately spends it into the level 2.
Okay. Armor DP just sort of connects to neutral, earns Drewchuck a little bit of space to go for a raw tag, and now we're into neutral, throws the Poro, but the side swap as Yasuo just dashes through Braum. I don't give a damn about your Poro.
Does get the ground stomp into the handshake tag. Shoulder charge. Oh no, you were too slow!
Yeah, that handshake tag there was definitely going to be punishable. There was no Braum coverage in the back, so it was just a naked tag. Great presence of mind from Dankworth to hit that 2L and get it started. Jump in just a smidge late, isn't able to get it. Whiffed parry comes out from Dankworth, donating a little bit of meter to the cause. Oh, interesting. Oh, backdash.
Yeah, that second hit from the Darius just not connecting, whiffing into the air, and it is going to be enough pressure being applied here from Drewchuck to bring it down to 1 character apiece, but there's only 30 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. Okay, this is now a much better spot for Drewchuck. The thing is, if this momentum ever stops... Oh, yeah, I was going to say that's punishable. We have the burst in the back. Oh, and he was a little bit too hungry, was Dankworth, so that burst actually earns Drewchuck that round.
There was a lot of really nice things from Drewchuck there as well, using that last stand from the Darius early there to get that bleed application, then just spending the meter for the more chip on damage, knowing they had the burst in the back to cover them in an unsafe situation.
Okay, more corner pressure coming out. We finish out the string. Burst coming out from Dankworth this time. Yasuo was able to get started. What a smart pushback, able to whiff punish the falling button out of the Yasuo, and now Dankworth's Yasuo is bleeding. You're actually dead. I don't think there's a way out of this. Okay,
definitely something we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of.
Darius in the back, cancels just before 5M trades, but the air trade works out better there for Drewchuck. Dankworth finds a back throw, wake up attack, works out better for him, wanted for the throw. We're not going to get it here as Drewchuck. This is really a position where Drewchuck has no excuse to lose, as long as you keep yourself safe and don't make any really bad tags.
Is just getting away with robbery here. Tries to go for the command grab, but gets grabbed out of it. And now you're actually in a bit of a danger spot as we are going to build up a little bit of meter here. Not enough to spend.
Oh, armor's through, but no, it gets punished. Did he hit another button? No, that's going to be a punish. Oh no, he drops the combo. That should have been everything. Dankworth 100% should have been able to kill the Drew Chuck. What an anti-air with the 2H. Please finish your play. You get a combo off of that. At least do the super. Another throw. Do something, sir, please. Okay, he kills on chip.
It's actually very interesting that you were mentioning how Drew Chuck very well shouldn't have lost, but they are just getting obliterated by that bleed application and blocking too much against the Darius. That is wild.
Let's go.
Oh,
okay.
That was the first time we've seen that tonight. The before the round start character swap.
Yeah. The Darius is having just a bit more success than the Yasuo, so once the Yasuo in the back, good check, 3M punishes the Braum shield.
It auto-corrected
catches the
so
backdash.
perfectly. I will say that's one thing that this game does really interestingly is that when you do get that handshake tag to the other side, it almost seems guaranteed that the auto-correction comes through for whatever you're pushing.
They're bringing out the Yasuo, but he's a little bit too hungry. Gets smoked by the Braum tackle. I love that command dash through the fireball release out of Braum. And Dankworth's Yasuo gets, I think, his first clean hit of this set. Are we going to cash all the way out? Yes, we are. Level 1 right into level 2.
Good damage coming in there.
strong lead.
Just hard
Oh my
tags.
god.
Just hard tags in here. We are going to get the DHC as well. Trying to get that healthy character in, but you're pushing a button, you're dead.
Bye.
I actually don't think you're dead. But yeah, too much health, but still not where you would like to be.
Whoa,
What is happening?
They are slugging each other. This is what a bruiser matchup looks like.
Absolute malpractice across the board right now.
5M.
Oh no! The wall
That was a
bounce.
shame. I think he was... So he was holding forward out of the dash, so when he went for 5M, he actually got universal overhead. Shockwave, no combo after, but this is a great spot here. Oh, Burst gets whiffed! Wow, that was such a tight situation. It was really anyone's game. But
The
Drew Chuck
burst?
does draw first blood.
The burst there, like you said, it completely whiffed, and yet it was still not punishable there from Dankworth. And because they went for said punish, they actually end up losing the round there. So that is going to be game 1 over to Drew Chuck, who is going to get a handshake tag past that wind wall, but maybe not worthwhile.
Throwing out the Poro just for a little bit of mid-screen control there. Okay, catches out as Dankworth tries to super jump back. I'm surprised at how active Dankworth is being. I feel like for so many Yasuos, it's just throw out the wall, threaten with stab out of stance. He's really trying to compete against a team that has so much armor in the mid-range. It should be scary to deal with. Finishes out the special string there, does Dankworth, and they catch out off of the back push by Drew Chuck, and the wake-up attack is punished as well.
Yeah, I think the most successful wake-up option we've seen tonight has actually been wake-up level 2, for being fully honest about things. The wake-up attack is either seemingly not done anything or actually been detrimental most of the time.
Oh man, almost gets the real roots there, does Dankworth, but just barely not getting the combo off of the 5M after the ground bounce. The scaling, the hit stun scaling is a bit intense at that point. Wants for the bait on the assist, but doesn't wait quite long enough. That active switch from Drew Chuck works out. Dankworth with the pickup, bursts to maintain quarter control. Oh, we only get the stab for the mix-up. I love that side swap.
I blade by storm.
Oh man, 2S going for the armor through it, and that DHC once again. Drew Chuck has so much damage available behind these big swings in neutral. It is so dangerous to make a mistake against this team on offense.
I blade by storm.
Stomp into the level 1 there. It does put it back mid-screen, but I will say that it doesn't really seem to matter too much, whether it's mid-screen or in the
What
corner.
a parry!
And that isn't... Oh my god, that was such a late handshake. It was actually while Braum was on the ground.
Oh man, Dankworth a little bit late with the 2L in the check there. All right, we are just swinging for the fences. An early super cancel coming out of Dankworth. My only expectation is they weren't quite sure whether that combo was going to work out in their favor. Good
Parry
parry
again.
on the follow-up string again.
Got a little scared on the combo route afterwards, but still ended up closing out the character. And they have such a life lead. This is pretty much, like you said earlier, an untouchable scenario.
Whoa,
But-
what a check! Is Yasuo dead?
Level 2 in the back, doesn't even need it.
You know what's also crazy is you still have last stand as well, so you can get the kill on Darius without necessarily having to commit all of your resources. It's really just a question of whether, okay, plus frames. Oh, catches with the 2L. That's the round into the level 2. Drew Chuck. Dankworth just needed to find the breathing room to be able to kill with Chip.
And that is, in fact, going to
Ready.
be just a round.
Let's go.
Didn't it?
And this is set point now for Drewchuk, is where we're finding ourselves.
Okay, we went for the pseudo unblockable, but actually great defense out of Drew Chuck to be able to block it. I think I heard somebody saying that there's like 6 frames or something of unblockable protection, so you can't really do the grimy stuff. It's something that's fuzzy blockable. We cash out all the way into the level 2 here for the Yasuo on the side of Dankworth. Oh my god. DHC in the back, only into the 1, but that's like 50%. 5L connects. We go for the 5L chains because we weren't ready. We weren't fully prepared for the pickup.
Oh, the jump!
Oh,
That was so
man.
smart! Dodging out on the command grab does eat the burst as well, but that is totally acceptable if you're Dankworth right now, especially now that you got the character kill as well. Up about half a character. We're going to see how aggressive they decide to play this now.
Okay, 5M connects right at the very tip, and it's too far away for the burst. That's a kill on the character in the back. We have a Darius mirror here, and this is still set point for Drewchuk. Cashing out another super. We have another level 1 in the tank. Dankworth with the level 2. That's definitely... No, we caught him swinging with the 5H at the tip.
That is a healthy chunk of damage, but the armor!
Oh,
They got the X.
all right, 2XKO, you've done it. This is the best realization of League of Legends gameplay in a fighting game I have ever seen. Find me a Darius that doesn't walk face first into lane and win the better of it, because fuck you, I have bleeds. Oh my god. The belligerence. Drewchuk gets the dub, moves on to play against Tibbers in losers semis.
It's an armored DP wake-up option that combos into your level 1 that does a bajillion damage.
That would be one thing. It happened after getting hit by a reversal level 2 from the other Darius player.
Man, this is what beta fighting games are about. You love to see it. So, I believe that does set up our losers semi-finals, if I'm reading the bracket correctly. So that will end up being Drewchuk going up against Tibbers. So we'll get that, I believe, in a little bit. 'Cause I think, if I remember correctly, we should be heading upstairs to our winners finals match, which will end up being Erebus versus Freezy.
If there's anything I've learned from today, so far, it's that in the Alpha Lab, the best thing you can do for yourself is to pick one of Braum or Darius. So
Yeah.
I feel secure in my team composition decision right
Or
now.
Yasuo.
Yeah,
Or
Yasuo's
Ari.
pretty solid as well.
Echo.
Ari? No, not Ari.
Hey, if I'm going just on the tournament results tonight,
Well, we have an Echo in Freezy. Erebus was Bromdarius. Drewchuck was Bromdarius.
it's almost like there's a pattern.
So yeah, let's get into this next match. We do have Freezy Erebus coming up. Like I said, so this was Echo Braum going up against Darius Braum from the Erebus, I believe, if I remember correctly, which is entirely possible that I don't.
Yeah, so I think if you want to look, let's assume that your recollection is right, because I don't trust mine any more than yours. But so obviously both of them are running Braun. So what it comes down to is the difference between Echo and Darius, right? Darius with all of these different opportunities to use, you know, different guard points, control the screen from really far away. Echo's best chance is to try to bulldoze over you, but between watching for a wake up attack, and we're wrong because it's Alawi
the
Darius
Alawi,
versus
yes.
Echo Braum.
Choose your destination.
I got 3 out of the 4 characters right.
Yeah,
Which,
well, I mean,
in a 6-character game
that's half
doesn't
the
sound
roster.
great, but yeah. But yeah, so I mean, this is another Alawi match that we're going to be seeing, and so we'll get to see how the Echo kind of dodges it. Already Braum Shield too strong. Just already causing problems.
Okay, Erebus with the meaty pressure, bringing out the tentacle. I love that out of Freezy. As soon as the tentacle came out, just not even waiting, dashing forward, immediately claiming space and not respecting it. Nice JL. I think that hit counter hit or something, and we have a big pickup now for the Braum. We set up Unbreakable.
That is the command grab coming in. Sets up the Time Winder as well with the tag. Oh, but the bust
that was
out
supposed
with
to be that was a crazy high-low mix that Erebus just straight up 2L'd through.
the tentacles. They come up.
Hey, if nobody got me, Tentacle Monster got me.
Somebody has to.
Okay.
Just full charging there across the screen, beating up the Darius. Oh no, not the Echo. Oh god.
Oh, you should have cashed out into the super. Echo genuinely might have died if you cashed that out into your level 1. Oh, that's going to be a punish on the parry, but we get 3M instead of 2M, so we don't get a big combo. Back throw coming out from Freezy, so we are in corner control. Poro comes out, Sidewinder in the back, but we punish the DP on block. No, we're too far away for the push-up.
Doesn't believe in the connection there either, and so now it is just genuinely fighting for your life. But when you can buy space and just charge at him, why not?
Ready. Let's go.
Oh, wow. Actually, Darius counter call beats out the Bronze Shield. I mean, Darius travels forward with it, so he's going to be able to make contact on top of him.
Juggler is genuinely insane. The Time Winder connecting again and again. What are you supposed to do?
What is this combo?
Multiple combos in one, Brad. He's just playing with the clock.
Okay, up, back, out of Freezy, wants to get away from it. What a parry on the charged 5 heavy. You cannot just do that freely, my sir. Finding the apprehend into back throw. We have to cash out of the level 1. Please don't double down. Yes, thank you. You want to get that gray life back for Alawi. Clips with the low. That's a bad burst, but it's fine because we had hard committed to the wrong choice. Anti-air by way of the armored DP. There's still bad tentacles on the screen.
They do disappear when you get hit, so it is something to be worried about. Why does this character have an air throw? Alright, gonna get jumped in on by the Braum, the tentacle disappearing, and we do not have double down, but I don't think you need it. You're Braum. You have a lot of damage.
Oh, you're dead.
Oh my...
I don't... That's super... I'm not
It has been
convinced it
shocking
scales.
every time. Every single time, I just don't understand the damage it puts out.
Oh man, we don't quite get the pickup in that spot, which is a shame. That would have been a dead Braum. Getting away with the active tag, up forward, gets away from the throw. Late air-to-air connects, but another air-at limb with a late cancel out of it from Erebus, not believing in some of these pokes. I respect that they're structuring their offense in this way, but it's not leaving them a lot of room to make stuff happen. Has to spend the burst for their life here in this game 1. Waiting for it. Is that going to connect? No, it's not. It gets blocked.
Blocked and punished by the return of the Time Winder super. Oh, final stand coming in. You're spending cash. That looked silly.
Oh no, Echo doesn't have a bar to go for like a level 1 in order to make something happen. Blows up the last stand. Oh man, Echo getting clipped. 7 seconds left on the clock, and we just clean beat the Time Winder. Erebus manages to steal that round with just a hair left on Alawi.
Braum shield gets up and put down again. Tentacle on the ground. Be careful.
Okay, once for the throw in that plus room situation. We don't get it. Backdash meets backdash 5L. Freezy gets first blood. 5L catches Erebus a little bit late, hitting button on landing. Man's getting his reps in.
Yeah, we're going for a long ride here. Going to build up a good chunk of meter as well, but gets jumped out on. Has to be in a blocking scenario now. Echo. Not too worse for wear. Oh, you're... What is scaling? The health bars don't exist in this game.
Can we please get like a Major Armstrong skin for Braum in this game, please? Oh, wow.
See, like, I feel like that did less damage than when it killed earlier. Oh.
I wonder if there's like, what if there's like anti-magic pixel on the life bars? Okay, you're 100% dead, right? No, goes for the burst.
I mean, you had to.
Puts
You gotta stay
themselves in
alive.
the corner. No, clipped by the throw. That's gonna do it. The first game on the board for Freezy. Now this is our winners finals, so I do believe, and Voice of God will correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe we are at 3 out of 5 now for our winners losers grands.
Strap in, chat. We're in for the long haul.
Let's go.
Does get the connection for both of them. Good damage landing onto the Alawi here. Oh, gets caught. Doesn't get picked up, though.
There's been a lot of... I wish Erebus used dash a little bit more, because I feel like there's a lot of spots where they're going for tick throws, but they're not utilizing movement enough to actually get in range for the throw to work, even if the timing would have been right. Burst coming out from Freezy. The Time Winder covers the tag. Okay! Hits with the glutes again, but we're not prepared.
Get out of here. Back throw connecting. Follows it up with a cute little Poro. Oh! No juggle points, and now you're feeling the pain of that. Full combo coming in here for Erebus.
Oh, wow. We've seen that route out of Erebus a couple of times. I feel like they just don't quite know how to finish off of that yet when they get to that point, or they don't feel confident with it. But by the overhead, we do have the pickup into the 2L. Freezy draws first blood in game 2. At least with character death. Clips to the 5M. Oh, yeah, I didn't block that either. You're fine. Good back throw.
Now has to block the pressure from the Alawi. The parry will more than do it. We're going to be able to get a good setup here. Does use the Time Winder mix-up. Swaps to the other side, but they were ready for the handshake, surprisingly, but not enough. Not ready enough.
Yeah, I think... I mean, one, I got abused yesterday by not realizing how effectively parry was just a universal answer to charge heavy. And seeing today, it's like, all right, cool. You really cannot just abuse that as a mechanic against somebody that has bar and knows that that's just the de facto answer unless you get a little bit more clever. Okay, click with the head button. We have the follow-up in the corner here because we were close enough to get the link.
And I think that's kind of the upside of this shell, right? The Darius Alawi. You get that one hit, and you get the second hit, and it just keeps cascading. And you can keep really punishing your opponent for guessing, mildly incorrectly.
Oh man, not quite in range for a punish. Her 5M. It looks solid, but it doesn't really compete with Braum at that range. Going for the level 1 here. The problem that you have as Freezy right now is Erebus with the double down. You have so much damage available to you unless you get this kill here, which we are going to be able to cast out into level 1, so never mind.
Oh man, that's so goofy looking, but I love it! Just grinding coast to coast, really feeling it. Armoring through the armor of Darius, and look.
Yeah, that's
at
what
the
I was going to say.
damage.
This is an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
You die? Yeah.
Yes,
Super.
we have level 2 in
Oh,
the back.
no,
No,
drop,
combo
okay.
drop with the 2L. Yeah,
Oh,
Erebus was asleep
man.
at the wheel, gets clipped by it. That is a second game on the board for Freezy.
Unstoppable.
Up 2-0.
Rom wins.
Let's hope the players remember that it is first to 3. They do. So we're loading in here.
Let's go.
Currently 2-0 in favor of Freezy.
Okay. First, right into Darius. Wanting for the Darius matchup. Okay. Stuck in the corner. Just going for the block string. Timewinder trades with the jump in. That works out great. Now you have corner control. Just get a good assist call. Oh, we're a little bit late on the link. Please bring in an assist. No, that was a little bit late, and it gets called out for it. No, you wanted to save Alawi. You get smoked for it. Losing out on these health exchanges. And Freezy now having corner control. Strong life lead. Lockdown. Okay, good 2L mash this time, Erebus.
That's the second time that didn't connect the way Freezy was looking for. Very unfortunate here. Does just get the challenge with the 5L, though. It even charges up the shield. Oh, double overhead.
Wow.
Both connect. Full length coming in here. No burst available. You're in for the long haul.
Okay. Yeah, just active switching into Braum. We were a little bit locked in on animation with Echo there. No reason to keep the shield once Alawi jumps out of the corner. And Alawi dies for it. Darius on the side of Erebus. Using that, like, that 3M seems like it's a tool of Erebus just to bring out that extra low, just to catch you out for it. Wow, just barely makes the parry whiff. The 5L doesn't reach far enough. And these staggers out of Erebus absolutely exposing Freezy going into the level 2 here. I don't think this kills.
I believe you're alive. Just slightly, but it is enough to matter as you are going to be able to...
Oh, man.
Maybe not matter.
This has been a consistent thing for Breezy. I feel like Breezy is going for the calling assist just a smidge too late. And so there's spots where you ought to be able to... Oh, my God. The
saw the
switch
armor
off of the
diamonds.
overhead beats the armor because of the teleport.
Timewinder setup doesn't even connect with the winder itself, just a big old bat to the dome. And that is going to be enough for Freezy to keep it going, picking up the round.
Okay, and this is set point for Freezy, looking to get into the winner side of Grand Finals without dropping a set this evening. 5L start here for Erebus, but once again,
wow.
we don't really have these extensions. I feel like the combos are just leaving a lot to be desired. Great parry on the charge 5H, once again, from
enough,
Freezy.
though. Still gets put right back into the corner, and with that double down, I can't imagine that we wouldn't spend it, right? Like, we're seeing, you know, Erebus just sit on basically 6 bars a meter at this point.
Man. Yeah, I think the difficulty is it seems like when they're getting these more extended combo routes, they don't seem confident in how to end them into super situations. So this, like, you do level 1, level 2 here. No, level 1, level 1? I feel like you burn the level 2, unless you're making some greedy choices to hang on to bar for a potential round 3.
I don't know. I think if you have this kind of lead, you can't be scared to spend the meters. We do get the reversal level 2 coming out of Alawi here, sending Braum to meet her maker.
Ready. Let's go.
Oh, it is round 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, all of that hanging onto that bar was, you know, just in hopes of, you now end up in a situation here where Darius has some bar in the back, but you are getting pressed in the corner, and we have the pickup with the 5L juggle. Smart up back from Freezy, gets him over the 2L, and we're gonna be able to get this kill meterless. Freezy on 6 bars with freestyle in the back. Everything rests on a 2.5 bar Darius.
Yeah, and I do want to take a second to point out, you can't really see it on the stream, but Freezy is currently on a 7-win streak in their lobby here. So that means they have won their last...
7
Call it
games.
well, yeah, but I was going to say 3 sets 2-0, because we're now 2 games into this one. Darius, though, definitely putting some hurt in there. Now just has to fight through the Braum of Freezy, who, while stacked up on meter, does not have the ability to block, it seems.
And again, it's a spot where, you know, not seeming super confident in how to cash out, getting really aggressive, good throw tech out of Freezy.
Oh, the
Oh, clipped by the snatch, but no pickup. 5L connects, and Erebus manages to secure the round, ends the streak.
Darius
Yeah,
wins.
big streak ender there. Does get them on the board, keeps them alive in the set, and potentially puts them on the path for a reverse 3-0. But they have to keep it together. They cannot let this Echo just end the first character right away. They have to get a grip on it.
Okay, going for the burst, bringing in the Darius, but the tackle gets punished. Freezy getting the start. What's the mix-up gonna be? Nice block right into the armored DP.
Does get caught low again, though, forced into the corner. This is where Echo has just done so much damage. Climb Lander.
Did I just see? Did I just see the words combo limit on the screen?
Yeah, that
Was
happens
that-
sometimes.
Was that?
Yes.
Did they go for a second wall bounce and they couldn't use it?
I'm not exactly sure how that shit works, but that'd be happening to me a lot with Yasuo. 'Cause my combos.
I bet it is that, because I know you only get one ground or wall bounce per character. I think that's my understanding. So if that full charge 5H should have been another wall bounce, but if they already used it, that would have been the limit.
It's also something that they should look into, because when you get sent, like, you get sent all the way into the corner. So like when I do heavy gram and that's the ender of the combo, like they get sent all the way into the corner and I have corner advantage. So I don't know if Ryan wants to look into that.
X button in chat says they clipped and they did use a wall bounce before it got to the combo limit, so that must be what it was.
Right.
Thanks for the assist X button in the chat. Erebus forces out the burst from Freezy, and Freezy gets a little bit too antsy on the ground. Thankfully, not prepared for a follow-up off of Apprehend. Didn't call an assist or anything. Now we have corner control right into level 2. I think you're still alive. Actually, Echo doesn't have as much life as Braum. You might be dead. No, you're not.
You're
Okay.
super alive.
You had far more life than I thought you did.
But one measly back throw will be all it takes to end that character, setting up a near 2 perfect characters here for Erebus into Freezy's Braum, which has looked stellar, but I mean, to go through 2 whole characters on a bar and a half, that is a big ask. Great
Good
start, though.
parry. Yeah, but Freezy's got a tough hill to climb, and that parry gets called out. 2M start. Erebus has plenty of breathing room here. Cross-up gets them out of the corner, but you have more than enough damage to kill here as Erebus not even needing to use the double down. Another round on the board. Are we going to go to a game 5? Is that what's happening in our winners finals here? Erebus is trying to.
Potentially. It is
Good
up
old
to
tear
this
from
round.
Freezy.
It's still set point, right? Every time Freezy wins a round, it will be set point. And this is very much reminiscent of the Echo rounds that we've come to expect from Freezy, and setting up the Braum shield just to deny any type of reversal here from Erebus. And this should be the first character down. Yeah. So, perfect character 1. Chat, is it happening? Nope.
It might. Okay, another bad parry call from Freezy.
Oh, you're dead. Never mind. Burst.
Jump in, goes unchecked. Oh, good parry. But he's late on the check after. That was a punish. That was your set, Freezy.
It's still Freezy's set, but just a little different than the potential ending there. But man, that was a hard fought 3-1 for Freezy, but they did secure their winner's side berth in tonight's grand finals.
Yeah, that was nutty. I spent the last little bit there as you were, finishing that out. I was trying to remember what the snow region in League is called, because I'm like, magnetic shockwave? No, what is
The
it?
Freljord.
Freljordian shockwave.
Yeah, Freljord.
Yeah, it's the Freljordian shockwave.
Yep. Freljord, Ionia, Noxus. Speaking of regions, you can check out the summits of the old times with the Granola Summit here. Yeah, it is a fantastic lever list, as you can see on the screen here. There are a couple extra buttons, L3 and R3. If you're used to playing on pad, those are the clicking analog sticks, which are programmable. Brad has set his up for DI. So if you're having trouble with that pinky button, pick up one of these Granola Summits and map it to your thumb instead. If you use code casabunch at checkout, you get $10 off, and then they redistribute that $10 into the matcherinos here at casabunch. So support yourself and support the community, all by using code casabunch. And if you are a member of the in-person community, which can be tough sometimes, be sure to check out East Coast Throwdown. It's coming up this October 11th through the 17th. That is my birthday weekend, and I will be spending it at East Coast Throwdown at the Connecticut Convention Center with the rest of the Casa crew for the most part, except for maybe Tom, but he has something else. He has something else to be setting up during that time, because he will be setting up not this. This is from our friends in the Midwest.
Nice try.
It is Roundhouse coming the week before ECT in October 4th through the 6th. It is in Glenview, Illinois. You can check it out on start.gg/RH24. And you may be keen to know they do have a $1,000 pot bonus for that event for Street Fighter 6, which is a healthy chunk of change. And you're going to be fighting off some of the fiercest competition in the States.
And now you can learn about what I'm going to be setting up in Salt Lake City in November. And I'll miss you guys.
The thing a lot of us love about the FGC is there are so many disparate communities all coming together to build this giant entity, and one of those communities is Utah. We actually have an incredibly talented community across a ton of different games, and we are so excited to showcase that talent, but not just for Utah, but for all the regions surrounding us. But truth be told, we have incredible restaurants, we have gorgeous scenery, we have amazing bars, and to top it all off, we have an amazing community that's going to come through and show you the best time. First of all, Please Show Up will be run completely on PC, so all of the games will be running at the best, most optimal experience for you the entire time. The games we're going to be running are Guilty Gear Strive, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8, and each of those games will have a guaranteed $1,000 prize pool. And the event is going to take place over 2 days, November 2nd and November 3rd. It's a Saturday and a Sunday. Lets you fly in on a Friday night, check out some of the scenery and the nightlife, game with us all day Saturday, game with us all day Sunday, and then you can head back home on a Monday. I am so excited to introduce the Utah FGC to everybody that can make it out to this event. If you are within any kind of striking distance, you don't want to miss this. And as always, I'm going to keep asking you this. Please show up.
I'm gonna go.
All right. So Brad is still away on baby duty. Bunch is taking a walk, but I just wanted to come on, pop in live, and remind you all that if you want to come hang out with my community in Salt Lake City, you could do that on November 2nd and 3rd. I'm hoping to see all my friends there. It's going to be pretty sick. All PC tournament, $1,000 prize guarantee. What the video doesn't mention is we are also running Skullgirls, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Uni 2, as well as side tournaments. There will be an Artist Alley that we're working on, and we will be announcing the venue in a couple of weeks. We're just waiting for some legal permitting to get out of the way so that we can make sure we use this brand new venue. It's going to be sick, and we've got some cool sponsors to announce, so you should come through if you can. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Something about that game list feels like you're specifically trying to encourage certain people to come out. It's like, yes, maybe. You, please come.
There might be specific people I want to see that weekend. Maybe, just maybe.
But so a brand new venue sounds sick as well. And one thing I want to throw in there that we haven't really talked about is we do have our own Uni 2 event coming up. Speaking of,
it's true.
We do have the Casa Bunch Presents Game Day event coming up in, I believe, now 2 weeks. If I remember correctly,
it'll be the 29th.
It'll be the last Thursday of the month. It is game day. We will be hosting Uni 2, and I know Brad has set up a fantastic bit of talent for that day. So I'm super excited to find out exactly who that's going to be. But yeah, no, right now we're just banging around with some 2xKO. We got some time to find out who is winning in losers.
I don't know. Are you hearing this as well?
I don't hear anything.
You don't hear anything? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
Oh, hold
Should
on.
I be hearing something?
Ignore me. One of my browsers just started playing a clip for absolutely no reason, and it was so loud in my ears. I had no recourse. I was like, what just happened? So excuse me while I get back on track. Too Easy and Drew Chuck is going to be our losers semifinal match. Erebus waiting on the winner of that. Freezy, not only undefeated in terms of sets tonight, but virtually undefeated in games, as you highlighted the crazy win streak that they had managed to put in on that setup.
Yeah, I mean they're big chillin' for now, and I mean looking at their path to get here, they obviously beat Erebus in the winners finals. They beat Drew Chuck in the semifinals, and they have not played against Too Easy, who was on the opposite side of the bracket, but has had to go through Professor, Tibbers, Shadowclode, and Fandred just to get to the Drew Chuck matchup here in the semifinal.
Darius!
Yeah, it's been a long run here for Too Easy. In fact, actually, are they the one who DQ'd into losers because they were
a
sleeping?
little sleepy. Yeah, they were a little sleepy.
Hey, so who knows how different this story would be if the alarm went off?
That's very true. Sometimes, you know, you lie down for that after work nap and you forget you're running a tournament. So
I've not gone that far, but I have certainly like come home from work, you hit the couch, and then you close your eyes and you're like, when did it become 11:30?
why is it dark out? But speaking of the darkness, we do have double Dariuses on the screen again. This time also being matched up with that Yasuo that we were seeing a little bit earlier, obviously from the Too Easy player, whereas Drew Chuck rocking the more universal Braum, it seems. Oh, checking the dashes.
Going for those 2L checks, and I love from Too Easy. I feel like there are other Yasuos I levied critiques against on how, you know, not active on the ground they were. Too Easy is actually using their backdash and utilizing their neutral tools really effectively. Despite all of that, though, really on the back foot and bleeding, clipped out in the stagger string there, and Yasuo's dead. Too Easy down to the Darius.
What did he actually get hit by? Because it looked like his defense was holding up fairly strong. Oh, he just got caught by standing medium. That's what it was. Okay. But Darius damage looking to chunk up a little bit, but the back throw buying Too Easy. For a little bit of time in the corner.
Shield plus Darius and just wait. There's something to be said, like the shield is so hard to see through. I think if he had canceled the wall bounce and gone into a 2L, you might have been hard pressed to know whether you should have blocked high or low. Going for the super cash out, Braum is dead. It's a Darius mirror here for Drew Chuck and Too Easy on this first round, but either one of them can get the kill. Burst, I don't agree with that burst out of Too Easy. I know it's still the alpha. I know we're in crazy muscle memory mode where you're thinking, you know, if I have the resource, I'm going to spend it, but you were dying on chip at the nearest opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a practice thing that, you know, the more you play, the more used to these chip factors you're going to become. But, oh no, doesn't quite get the combo extension with that 2H. Gets the tag. Oh my god. 3H, so grimy. It hits full screen. It trips you up. It's a bad day.
That's not the first time we've seen Drew Chuck go for that link and not get it.
Oh,
Good
wow.
anti-air, but Yasuo in the back is keeping us protected with the full screen Graham. Side swap into the jab. Not ready for it. That's a spot where we saw a couple of people against other Yasuos tonight go for the jab check or like a throw or something there.
And that is going to be a character kill here for Too Easy. Looking to tie up this round score here. Sends out the ice ball. Oh, but gets caught in the mid screen. Gets tagged in with the double tag. Oh, but doesn't get the air to air.
Okay, wake up attack comes out from Drew Chuck to try to assuage that a little bit. 80 pressure side swap, but it's not going to connect. 2L at the very tip. Drew Chuck can cash out a little bit. Next touch goes for the backdash. We steal some plus frames. Very smart spot to charge,
oh, wow.
but the side swap connects. Too easy with the handshake tag to close that one out. 1 round apiece.
Just a linked side swap.
Let's go.
Bop, bop. Yeah, kind of is.
I think there's a gap. I think that you can, because we've seen a couple of people parry it.
Gets caught by the high, falling low. Does force the burst out of him though, and so now Drew Chuck a little bit on the back foot, but that wake up attack is not enough to stop the pressure.
Okay. Full damage here from Too Easy. Are we going to cash out all the way? No, just the level 1. We've got so much bar, though. I do kind of wish, especially if you're not running double down, I feel like right now, with the amount that we're seeing people ending up, like, living on 3 bars, I'm going to interrupt my thought immediately, and I'll clarify later. Defensive mechanics cost meter, though. Nice punish on the whiffed parry, cashing out right into the super. Too Easy has a strong life lead. Meaty 5M connects. Yeah, you are 100% dead. Oh, no, we don't have a DHC. I'm sorry. My Marvel brain was showing. Yasuo in the back keeps him safe.
Yasuo always hiding behind somebody else to his advantage, but right now charging forward, first forcing the burst out again from Drew Chuck, but it just can't keep the blade at bay.
Unforgivable skill. Yasuo wins.
That is a first game on the board for Too Easy. And like we said, you know, they made this run through losers after DQing out of winners. Who knows what could have happened? The fact that they are down there, not representative of anything. Like, it's not a single matchup here that we would have seen them got to play so far. Loading in on our next one. But given this is losers semis and not losers finals, we are back to 2 out of 3. So yeah. Too Easy sitting in a pretty good spot. Darius, Braum, and we bring the Yasuo right in. That's interesting. Is the goal there? You know what? I'm not gonna question it too much. They both have such great, like, 3/4 screen control tools.
Yeah, I do kind of like Drew Chuck. The double tag there, where it brings the Yasuo in, sets up the wind wall, sets up the Pierce, but then you also still have the Darius out there to follow up on if the Pierce connects or not. Catches the Braum, but not the Darius. We do get the shoulder charge, though, and you have just opened the gates of damage. How much can we cash out damage-wise? We're actually not going to spend any, and the wake-up reversal coming in from Too Easy and... sorry, from Drew Chuck onto Too Easy.
See, I wish Too Easy had spent the bar if only to get a little bit more damage. You would guarantee another one-touch situation after. The only problem now is because Drew Chuck... Okay, now that we've swapped, Braum is in the back, able to get some gray life back. This chip damage going to add up here for Too Easy.
Oh, no DHC because Braum didn't have any meter. Yeah. I think you wanted to try and chip him out with the dual supers, but there was no meter on the Braum available, so you weren't able to actually DHC. And that right there, Drew Chuck was 1,000% expecting the handshake tag to go over to Darius, and that's why they kept running to the P1 side of the screen. And instead, Yasuo said, "Oh, you're not blocking. Thanks, buddy."
Good check on the slight delay 5H as Too Easy is able to get the first hit here. Nice pickup. I feel like Yasuo just gets pickups whenever he wants. Wow, the tricky stuff. You 2L'd, you should not hold this L. And now have plenty of damage in the tank. We're not going to go for a kill. Everything in my gut tells me Too Easy is going to go for something tricky. Wake up attack keeps them safe from the left-right mix-up. Yeah, we go for the overhead setups. We weren't ready for the combo after the 5M. Nice parry from Drew Chuck, but we aren't ready for the pickup after a big anti-air right into the super, and that is plenty of damage onto the Braum, bringing him down with the JS2 from Darius. Tag over to the Yasuo, and now we just have to control no anti-air. A big jump in for Braum from Drew Chuck.
Yeah, can't push it 2-2-4, and the backdash into whiff punish is going to probably spell doom here. Just kidding. the wake up attack as well, buying even more space here for Drew Chuck to try and survive, but they can't keep losing these air-to-air situations.
Okay, just, oh my god, just supering through the gap, doesn't want to deal with the possibility of any sort of nonsense there, recognizes they're at set point, and this cash out is going to do it. That is our loser semifinals going the way of Too Easy, making that run look as his name suggests. Drew Chuck, thank you so much for playing. That is a 4th place finish and a great performance all around. Losers finals now awaits us, Erebus and Too Easy, and I gotta tell you, I'm enjoying watching Too Easy play so far. Thank you so much. Month of resubscribing.
Yeah, shout outs to Bladder for the resub.
That's odd.
Sorry for Brad's internet shutting down for a minute, but welcome back to the team. That one sub does go to helping us keep the lights on a little bit, and it also means that you just cost a bunch of dollar, as he will be adding it to the Matcherino at the end of the night, along with the other couple subs that we've had here as well throughout the night. But yeah, and so that means we are coming up towards the end of our night, Brad. We're going to be heading into losers finals very shortly, as we see the players hopping into the channel. It is going to be Erebus versus Too Easy. So Alawi coming back onto the stage, trying to fight against this Yasuo that has been kind of terrorizing the losers bracket.
Yeah, I feel like out of Erebus,
Select your fighters.
correct me, Erebus was that was Alawi Braum or Alawi Darius? Alawi Darius. Okay, so not quite as much guard point. It's going to be interesting. I think one of the things about that team comp that we've not really seen utilized is, you know, Alawi gives you these opportunities for these longer form setups to set up some Oki for yourself. And, you know, I feel like we've not seen that. It almost feels a little bit more like a one character expression sort of thing out of Erebus so far. I feel like they hang on to their bar a fair bit. We're gonna have to see how this works. Strong start out of Too Easy. We don't quite get the 2S lane.
Does force the burst as well, and we get that crazy side swap situation out of the Yasuo Darius freestyle. And now you're in danger, Mr. Robinson. You're going to have one more chance. Wakes up with the 5L. Gets out successfully. Gets the throw. Sets up with the noodle.
Oh, man. Yeah, this was another thing that I feel like I critiqued Erebus for in Winter's side, was that some of the tags felt like they came a smidge late. That was real late on the 5M, and we are mashing that block dash out of Too Easy to reset back to full screen, which is Yasuo's strong point. Air-to-air trades there. Yasuo doesn't really have the life to be able to live this. Side swap, guard point through.
There was no cancel into the level 1 from Darius, though, which means Yasuo survives and has more time to throw out these spears. Oh, and he just
You're done.
away.
Erebus is done in this round. I mean, Too Easy has so much chip damage available that, like, regardless of what happened, I feel like that was going to be special cancel handshake tag and then just right into level 1. You can checkmate in that spot 1,000,000%. First round here for Too Easy.
One thing to kind of note, too, is that because the Alawi had been hit by the Darius super, even though she was in the backseat, she came in with the bleed effect already on her, which means that that chip, you know, status that you're already talking about is so much worse because you just eat tons and tons of damage while you're bleeding.
Doc, were you just brought back to 2018? Because that was down tech buttons. Down tech 2L from Erebus. Still loses out on the Alawi, but I felt like I was a 6 years younger man for a moment there.
No, that's just the delirium sitting in.
It may well be. Oh, too high up for the snatcher connection.
Bop. You just booped him in the head there. Now we got the true Darius matchup. And both sides not having their last stand available just yet, but we do see it click in for Erebus, gonna try and fight their way through.
Is Too Easy gonna elect to burst in the next touch? No, just has the super available to him. but there's no more bar. Oh, that's gonna clip. No, it doesn't. It has no iframes.
Yeah, that is.
Alex.
I feel like that's tough,
Darius
right? Because
wins.
just the way the super is, it seems like there should be some form of invincibility there. Like from the startup look to the visuals to just everything about it, it looks like a reversal super, and instead it just gets clipped by the jumping S2 of Darius.
Okay, we wanted for some tricky left-right stuff, but Erebus just falls with a button there and is able to get the better of the exchange. Too easy off of the scramble. Now has some strong control. A little bit early with the meaty 2L, and Erebus's wake-up 2L mash gets the better of it. Jumps over the wind wall. Smart to just dash, but in the scrambly situation, Erebus gets the better of it. But I feel like Erebus is just one step behind on when to handshake tag and be able to get some of these pickups. Really relying on this DP. Universal overhead connects, but nothing in the back to keep him going. Please, I would love a combo. 2 hits count.
Yeah, right. If the game says 2 hits, that's a combo. But, I mean, also, if your opponent's just going to keep jumping at you and pressing buttons through your armored DP, why not? Just take the life when you can, right? Although, fun fact, they can do it back.
Clips with the very tip of S2. The armor through again, though. That's a dead Darius, and it clips Alawi in the back.
Oh, that is super bad here for Erebus. And
I'm watching on the playback because I see 3 hits. I need to know if one of those hits was the last call from Yasuo, because that was a lot of damage for a raw special.
it was quite a bit. Definitely some Sashimi hitting the plate tonight. And for right now, we do get that side swap situation coming in for Too Easy, who has so much life advantage in every one of these rounds. But this is losers finals, so it is back to first to 3 chat. They have some games to work with, but man, Too Easy is crushing it right now.
Yeah, makes quick work of the Darius. Alawi gets a nice poke as Too Easy believes they have a little bit more respect to dash through than they actually do. Once again, believes they have respect to use that command dash. It's not going to work out for them, but we do get a pickup in the scrambly situation after the fact, and to maintain corner control. Yeah, what's it going to be? Lockdown, just backing up. We have the Darius in the back. Wall bounce with the combo drop. I think that's a spot where you wanted to go for the handshake tag burst, because we don't want to lose this dominant position that we have. Handshake tag keeps the corner control. The grimy fake unblockable is enough to do it. 2 games up to none here for Too Easy.
God, there's so many buttons being input in such a small amount of time in that scenario. It's so hard to keep up with.
Ready. Let's go.
It's moments like this that remind me when you started playing fighting games, Doc. Because
Well, because like in my head, I'm like, I mean, it's a left, right, it's a high, low, all at the same time. And if any of them connects, you just eat a whole bunch of damage.
this is true. But you know what we say in the biz? Hold that shit. Too Easy, up 2 games to none, wants to make it to this grand finals. Say that being in losers is nothing but a technicality. Stance goes for the anti-air. What a check! That wasn't a punish, right? We block dashed back from the blocked DP, and then we just happened to get the better in that situation because we had frame advantage. Nice block on the overhead from Erebus, but this is just Alawi versus a pretty full team here for Too Easy. Falling JL works out for them, and now we're out of the corner, but we're a little bit too late for the anti-air.
Oh, sticks out that leg, but it's not enough to follow up on. Man, the Yasuo movement has been pretty nutty, and just setting up so many different opportunities here for Too Easy. We're gonna get the level 1 into the level 2, and I believe that is enough to close out the round.
It sure ought to be. I'm just checking the resources. Yeah, so still having 2 bars on the Darius, so plenty of damage available to him here for Too Easy, even with that big commit. DP right into level 1. Did you try to punish? No, you didn't, so you get a punish of your own, but Too Easy has the burst in the back, so actually that's just unchecked Alawi damage.
Yeah, nothing really to be saved there. You can try and hope to keep the Darius out there long enough to get it all back, but that has been a tough quarter.
That was an unfortunate combo drop out of Erebus. Went for like the re-jump setup for Darius, but didn't quite get it. Nice whiff punish on the whip 5H.
That's a
Regular
huge
throw.
opportunity. Yeah, I mean, having the
With double
technical
down,
setup-
I think you can kill a character here. No, doesn't have the full route.
technically a meterless character kill.
I mean, at this point, for too easy, right? Like, this is you building bar back on Yasuo. I think we got the guard bonus at one point in there because of how long that block string was. So we're a little bit over a bar back on the Yasuo, and we're running Yasuo point against the Alawi. Immediate side swap into the 2L, burns the burst off, rip. Erebus gonna have to really hold it defensively here. Big pickup, and there's that freestyle follow-up. We get that extra extension off the wall bounce. Oh, wow! No, falling JL from Erebus. We were too high from too easy. Burst gets blocked out of too easy as well.
Some really good decisions being made by Erebus up until this point. They're now about to eat a huge chunk of damage. They'll be alive with just a pixel left, but any touch will do it from here on out for the Alawi.
Oh, man.
Sets up the
I
tentacle,
respect the
but
choice.
gets caught reaching. How much can we get done here with this double down? Please spend. Gets to level 1. Cancels into the level 2.
That's too far away, right? No, too far away, so we actually just donate the bars to a good cause. But it's fine. One more touch would kill the Darius, which is why Too Easy swaps out. But the anti-air on the jump in, I don't agree with bringing in the Alawi. Actually, that's a shitload of damage right into the throw.
The wake-up attack, though, just chunking away, and the assist is enough to close out the character. But, I mean, this is a lot of healthy Darius Erebus. And, I mean, really, any connection will kill both of these characters, but you have to get it.
Whoa.
Went for the armor DP, but the side scenario was really awkward.
Darius on Darius violence. Is Too Easy gonna bait out a DP? Wants for the anti-air. No, goes for the DP of his own. So he pushes too far forward. Clips the anti-air. Wants for a second one, but it takes too long to go into stance. So the jump in works out for Erebus. Now having the life lead. If you leave a gap, you are getting DP'd into level 1. So we whiff punish it.
Wow. Erebus standing strong, breaking another win streak. This time a little bit smaller, but it still matters here. Picking up a game on the board again. And the last couple sequences there were really clean from them. They were getting jump-ins that they were able to finish the sequence on. They got that crazy whip punish right at the end there that you pointed out. And we're going to start the round here with Yasuo. And the immediate swap.
Wow, that charge 5H connects with a backdash and forces an early burst out of Too Easy. Answered back by Erebus, so, you know, we're roughly equal. Good back block.
And a jump in.
And a jump in. Yeah.
What was, I don't know what that was. Setting up, gets the side swap with the handshake tag. Yasuo sequence is actually going to drop.
No.
Oh, but the counter drop. They're both dropping everything.
Yeah, Erebus, that was a weird, like, tricky hit confirm situation. He wasn't prepared for it. Like, he was floating, but it was at a height where it almost feels like at lower than jump height, you treat a juggled opponent like they're standing.
Oh,
Wants for the punish, we're not going to get it, so a big punish here for Erebus. Please double down and swap out. We just go for the handshake tag. Nice check as Too Easy gets a little bit too big for his bridges and wants to go forward. Level 1 cash out, that's a dead Yasuo.
Now it is just the one character remaining here for Too Easy, but it is the heavy hitter. It is the Darius as we're going to cancel into the level 1 here. And I mean, there's no reason to not cash out. You apply that bleed, you armor through, take the character.
Okay. Easy with the life lead, but Alawi has the resource advantage on the side of Erebus, and the DP gets punished. We have a burst in the back, ready for the check. Oh no, the throw, but we're late with the jumping button. Level 2 reversal through the charged 5H. That should be the round for Erebus.
Okay, oh, it doesn't flash on the screen, but you hear the child shout it from the back. That is going to be the round here for Erebus. Immediately getting tagged into... Oh, no. Spending the level 1 for the side swap and gets the meaty to connect.
Okay, we wanted for an anti-air, but it was an empty jump out of Erebus, so we block it and get the better of the mix-up situation after. Air to air, Too Easy trying to make the most of this corner control while they have it, but again, I feel like Erebus is really tuned into how aerial focused Too Easy is, and between 2H and DP out of Darius is really controlling that space.
Oh, but the push block buys a ton of opportunity for Too Easy, who's going to get this sequence to connect. Sets up the side swap. Oh, God. Only has the 1 bar on each character, so they're not able to double down it out. But who needs that when you can just suck them in and deal the damage?
Alawi has the level 2 available, so it could be a dead Yasuo on the right hit. Nice little punish out of Too Easy. I would have hoped that Too Easy would have structured this combo in a way to get handshake tag. That ought to be a dead character. Burst comes out from Erebus. Again, I had said earlier, I feel like that's a spot where you don't necessarily need to commit that hard, and a round is on the board for Too Easy, and we are on set point.
Yeah, that dash attack going through the character has posed quite a few problems for players tonight. This has been pretty much the only Yasuo that we've had on stream as well, so it is definitely tough to deal with as Erebus getting hooked up here by the Darius. Oh, that's a huge jump in. Oh, but it doesn't finish!
Yeah, he goes into 2S2 instead of 5S2.
Never mind. Just armor through.
Yeah, it's fine.
That might be something that maybe needs a little looking into, right?
Hey, sometimes Darius is fed and he just nukes you, man. I don't know what you want.
You know what? I don't have a counter to that. Give me Malphite, I guess. Let me just build nothing but armor and survive.
The wind.
Oh my god.
do
Early confirm into the level 2 out of Yasuo. That will do it for Too. Moving on to the loser side of Grands against Freezy. Freezy Too Easy is our grand finals. That rolls off the tongue a little bit too nicely.
Yeah, I mean, this...
I couldn't have even written it that way.
This should be pretty crazy, right? Because, you know, this is... We talked about it a little bit earlier. Too Easy coming in from the losers side because they overslept, right? They were put down into the losers bracket, have made this crazy run through everybody. And I mean, if you look back to where they had been, they would have ended up facing Erebus and potentially Tibbers in that winner's side.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
Because that's the side that they were on. Instead, they went down, they beat pretty much everybody else from the loser side, and now they find themselves...
But also including both of those players that would have been in their winner's side path.
Yes. So really kind of a funky scenario here, but it should set up for a potentially really killer grand finals, which I do want to remind everybody, we do have that match Reno here today, so be sure to do !match Reno in the chat. The last time I saw somebody talk about it in chat, there were 30 codes remaining. We are currently down to 25, but it does look like we've had some generous souls in here as well. Shout outs to Granola with the $20 direct contribution. I can't read this name, but there is a direct contribution for $1.69. Unfortunately, I do not read kanji. I apologize. There's Bradley with his granola box.
Yeah, I every time I hold it up, the auto balance on this camera gets out of whack. It's hilarious. I think it's because of the white background.
Because you found something whiter than you.
That's rare, man. It's impressive.
That just
somebody this past weekend, I was at a work thing. They were like, "Oh, you're not that pale." And then I did this, and I was like, "Look, man."
The white balance just flickered again.
Right? I was like, "Don't tell me I'm not a pasty man."
Wait, what?
I was like, if I
Wasn't this weekend beach episode?
No, it was at work this week. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
We had like an outdoor function or something, and I was like, "Look, if I took my shirt off and stood on a white wall, you'd think you were looking at a subway map." Is what I'm telling you.
Ready.
It's because my veins are blue, chat. Freezy versus Too Easy in our grand finals. Freezy on the winner's side. Echo, Braum, Yasuo, Darius.
Also, apologies, chat. I didn't realize it was kind of not kanji. That just goes to show how little I know about it to try and read it. So I apologize. But we thank you for your contribution regardless as we are heading into this set. And man, I kind of want Freezy to pull it out because they've had the sick echo plays all night. But you also have the Yasuo on the other side. It's carry versus carry.
It really is. Well, there's a difference, right? One's carrying from mid lane, one's carrying from jungle.
Oh god, the Echo jungle.
That's a thing, right? When Echo came out, he was a jungler, wasn't he?
Yeah, when he came out, he was a jungle. He had really high base damages, so he was able to build full tank and never die.
Oh my god.
Because his ult also healed him based on like a percentage of his health. So you just
Hey, we get to say
tank.
thanks Riot about a fighting game now.
It's very true. And because you can duo queue, you can even flame your duo.
Blame your teammates.
Riot just really given the fighting game community everything they've been missing out on.
Ready.
Self-improvement is nothing. Blame your duo partner. Jump into throw here for Freezy. Another
again.
throw? Okay.
Oh, that was slick. The
Ooh,
Echo
check with the 2M though.
just punishing him in the air. The burst doesn't work, but it's not exactly punished either. It's just a thing.
That was a crazy backdash out of Freezy. Too Easy gets a nice pickup here with the Yasuo. We're going to be able to maintain corner control off of this, I believe, as well. Yes, indeed. Oh, same side this time.
Oh my god. The jump in just works. Sets up with the assist, but the chase down from the Yasuo is so terrifying. Can close the gap in pretty much any scenario. Spends the level 1 as well to close out the character. And he's looking incredibly good in this round too.
Okay, double dash smoked by the Sidewinder. Freezy is able to get a nice start for themselves here.
Again.
Tricky stuff, another Sidewinder. Please cash out and kill this man.
That combo had so much left in the tank as well, but we do have a level 3 available for both sides. Burst here for Too Easy. Freezy still has quite a ways to go for theirs. Gets
See,
caught.
the thing is, I feel like this character matchup without assists, Echo shouldn't lose it on paper in terms of like a Zippy character versus a bruiser, because as long as you respect the fact that there's armor in the tank, you should be able to outmaneuver your opponent. Goes for the Sidewinder, now with the life lead. That's reversal level 2. It doesn't even connect. I wondered whether it would be blocked, but Freezy had already hard committed to getting over. Thank you for the donation to the cause. Too Easy. 2 bars gone, and Freezy with a meter advantage now, 1 round apiece.
Both kit players going for their wall assists, but it's actually Too Easy who ends up working out instead. Wind stronger than ice confirmed.
See, it's the combination of both that is what makes me lose power, so I'm not going to differentiate which one is the bigger problem. Leaves the Rekka string a little bit early there. Does Too Easy to ensure that they keep the corner position. Go for the side swap. No answers out of Freezy. Blocks the overhead. When is the assist going to come out? No, actually goes for another side swap into the corner. I wasn't prepared for it either, Freezy.
I mean, the assist, because they've been opting for the shoulder assist so often, level 1, level 2, so the shoulder assist has been so killer because you use the Yasuo dash to get to the other side, but then because the shoulder charge is still hitting on the opposite side that you're now on, it seems to have been catching everybody. But honestly, that's not even the problem in my opinion. It's the fact that it wall bounces off of an assist shoulder charge. Like, you can get a full combo afterwards just by getting 1 assist to connect.
Too Easy drops that combo again. Hey, if you have the chat open, if you have the stream open by any chance, I think what you want in that situation, you want a 2H, not 5H.
Unforgivable skill.
I just figured out that combo
Yasuo
before
wins.
we went live.
So we do have game 1 on the board. This is first of 3, and it is grand final. So it is entirely possible that we could end up with 10 matches of 2x KO in our grand final series.
Hey, I hope the people at home want to see it. That was some tricky stuff. Was that a dash out of Too Easy to be able to get out of that mix-up situation? We armor through the situation there, and now the active switch back to the Yasuo. It covers the air in a spot we don't necessarily need to, keeping this corner control. Overhead gets blocked. The defense out of Freezy for Yasuo's stance pressure has been pretty solid.
Check on the dash, but can't follow it up with any more. But again, shoulder charge, hits the wall bounce. Doesn't quite get the biggest combo afterwards, but man, what are you supposed to do when this big man is just bringing down the hammer?
Dead. Wow, great anti-air with the 2H. It did autocorrect like you had highlighted. That was a deep jump out to get out of the corner. Overhead, tricky stuff from full screen with the Yasuo in the back. We swap back over to Darius by way of that freestyle tag. Good armor through. If we spend a bar, no, we don't, in fact.
Yeah, there was the burst hidden in there between all the other effects as well. So it does put Yasuo onto the field, giving Darius a slight breather. But that assist is ready. Oh wow, just checks it with 2L. Oh no!
We saw in the previous dash attempt, Freezy went to do the same thing again. Good up back into the JM, but we're gonna get clipped as long as Freezy doesn't drop the combo. This should be a dead Braum. Yeah, into the level 1. I am still wrapping my head around how much damage level 1s do. I was like, oh, are you still alive by a smidge? Absolutely not. Everything kills in this game.
I definitely was expecting the level 2 to come out there, but again, that is just the players knowing already how much damage they need to close out a character. But right now, trapped in the wall, the long arm of the Noxus army, just crushing through the Piltover City Vagrant.
Is he from Piltover? I didn't realize that.
He's from the slums of Piltover.
That's still Piltover. I'll give that to him. Okay. Well, this is the same tag situation we've seen Too Easy set up a couple of times now. J2S out of, or JS2 out of Darius into the wind wall stab from Yasuo. We don't quite get a pickup. That was a tricky situation. Okay. Mashed back throw from Freezy.
Oro comes out, not caring about the wind.
Damn.
Forcing the
Too
burst.
Easy is breaking Freezy's ankles right now. That beat a back, that was a throw tech attempt. Too Easy is genuinely breaking Freezy's ankles.
Yeah, that's kind of, like, even though we're seeing, like, the Echo versus Yasuo kind of differences live and, you know, in person, but I mean, the Yasuo just being able to switch sides so quickly and effortlessly while always having the backup of the Darius is just really tough to deal with, whereas the Echo, yeah, you technically can do similar things, and you have the Time Winder projectile, but, like, it's also not the same.
I think it's a difference between, they both can have really strong mix-up pressure. Echo's is stronger, but he has less control on the screen in neutral, where Yasuo's neutral is super strong. And he's running Darius in the back as the assist, so you do have to be mindful of that. Not able to get a pickup here, wanted for the command grab. We're not going to get it. A smart backdash out of Too Easy, and we have this corner control. Another great backdash. I really appreciate out of Too Easy. It feels like in every spot where there's breathing room, we're mashing backdash.
And it's not been punished, as far as I can tell, almost ever. And it just buys you so much space, and especially with the Yasuo, who can get back in so quickly, or the Darius, who just simply has the long limbs to, you know, do damage. That extra dash of space is just so crucial.
Heavy pressure. Wants for the... Oh, we actually do get the command grab. Because of the assist, it tripped me up too. Freezy draws first blood in this round with the Yasuo dead. Too Easy with just the Darius. This is the worst that they have looked in this first set of grand finals thus far.
We saw the chase down on the walk back there from Too Easy. Got clipped up. Full combo coming down. Blocks the mix-up. Throws in the Braum. Gets the swap out. Oh, be so careful about the armor.
Too Easy doesn't have a lot of life left to spare. Goes for the DP right into the level 1. has the last stand available. You want this next touch forward. I love going for a tick grab setup, but it's not going to work because Freezy is definitely too awake for that. Too easy. I know you're awake because you just woke up. That doesn't mean everybody else is falling asleep. A round on the board for Freezy. No anti-air on that jump in M, though.
I mean, Too Easy has played the most potential matches tonight by taking that round one losers and making their way all to grand. So they've definitely played a lot of video games today, regardless of when they woke up.
Okay. Judgment caught nothing in terms of it. We do get a side switch. It wasn't even a low. That was just a pure left-right that connected there. Went for apprehend meaty and nothing really came of it. We are clipping Echo in the back. I like that we went for judgment cut there instead of going for lockdown and surrendering the damage on the assist character. Oh, we do get the side swap, but we aren't prepared for it. We go S2 instead of S1. I think apprehend would have worked, but we've also seen that Too Easy doesn't necessarily have the combo off of that route just yet. What a juggle!
You blocking? Not blocking.
Bye.
Still alive.
Can we
by a
repurpose
pixel.
not even close, baby? Can that become an FGC thing now?
Oh, true. Oh man. Or you have the hashtag calculated. That's always a good one too. That time winder was so irrelevant there because of the command dash of Yasuo. Any other character would have got clipped up by that. Does spend the meter. Doesn't get too much out of it, but it does give you everything else you needed.
Oh my god. Wanting for the meaty 6M, but it was far too early. Gets clipped for his trouble. Freezy, oh my god, still not respecting the DP. Braum assist saves him from the JS2. Freezy cashes out 1 character to 2, but both of Freezy's characters die to a sneeze.
And he kills them
And there is the sneeze.
Oh no, he thought he was so safe behind the Braum wall, and instead he gets clipped in the toes and stabbed in the heart.
Okay, well, a much stronger start here for Freezy. Early burst out of Too Easy. It's the wall bounce, another burst out of Freezy. Okay, reversal super, disconnected, it clips both of them.
Yeah, I mean, just the sheer amount of, like, raw reversals that we're seeing tonight has been unheard of.
We got the wall bounce. We're going for the tricky stuff, but just jump back H. Push up does not connect. Freezy gets whiff punished. That is the first character down. Too Easy up 2 characters to the 1 on the verge of a grand finals reset. It is all up to Freezy's Echo to try to keep his winner side dream alive, and that is not a strong start as we get the wall bounce. Combo drop. We block the side swap, but my man is literally bleeding. There is a status ailment here. Cashing out into level 2 that ought to be a dead Yasuo, and we've seen this matchup a couple of times now. Echo Darius.
And it has, for the most part, gone Freezy's way. But you're at a life total where one solid hit, you're still alive, but you're basically checkmated by Chip. Just kidding!
My god.
Holy!
They got the X.
That's an execute, man.
Darius
It
wins.
truly
Look,
is.
when it's to finish out the set and take us to a reset in grands, that's an it scales off of how close to a reset we are.
It's basically just like that one Beerus super that evaporates the opponent that does like 99999 damage.
Let's go.
I don't think it literally does that, but I do know what you're talking about. All right, grand finals bracket reset. Freezy, Too Easy. That was a 3-0 for Too Easy. We're gonna have to see if Freezy wakes up. Oh, don't quite get the relaunch there. We do get the time winder out. Good air block on the JL out of Too Easy.
Oh, great timing with that assist, but it doesn't actually lead to anything but heartbreak as Freezy is getting birthdayed on. He is going to eventually swap characters.
Okay, that was so. I do think over time, and obviously this is not right. So infinite things can change. But knowing what routes you can do to be able to swap your character based on the fuse that you're using, gonna be super important. There's so much gray life on the side of Freezy's Braum that is just gone off of a JM. Too easy. Has a 2 character to 1 advantage on Freezy's Echo, who will die in 1 more touch. Wall bounce connects. Oh, you didn't have a bar in the back for it, but you die on chip. Is that a taunt?
Ready.
Let's
go.
actually don't know. No, I don't think so.
He wasn't in the back yet, right? He wasn't the assist
yeah, he was.
yet?
Yeah, no, he was in the back.
Okay.
Because we had the Yasuo stab, so he was in the back. But
Right.
still,
Sorry.
that was close. We do get the multiple handshake tags, and that was grimy because you tagged into the Darius, did nothing, then tagged back into the Yasuo and hit him with the low.
Chase the wind.
We do commit into the level 2. Is this going to be enough to kill the Echo?
I think so.
Might be?
Yes. No announcement or letters on the screen, but that is a dead character.
Okay, and just really using that wind wall too easy. So, like, Yasuo against 1 character, I feel like wind wall plus his special moves is just a little bit hard to navigate in neutral. You really need to make a hard read on whether he's going to stab or stay in stance and control the air. Pop down in the corner. We're going to swap out of the corner, right? Yes, indeed we are, but we didn't make the active switch. We had the burst in the back, thankfully. Checks the armor.
Gonna be able to keep the combo alive. Next touch will do it, as we do get the swap into the level 2.
Oh, you're dead, yeah? His life isn't warned, right? Oh my god, not even close, baby. Wake up level 2 does get blocked. Not even close, baby. Kills on chip. And that is a game on the board for Too Easy post-bracket reset.
Darius wins.
Only needs 4 more rounds to close it out. That is only 8 more character kills. Which actually kind of sounds like a lot. But it's grand finals, so
look, you gotta keep in mind,
it.
in league terms, that's not even 2 team fights.
Ready. Let's go.
True. That's a team fight, Baron, and then a pick and lane.
But
Clipped by the low. You blocked the overhead and got clipped by the low. Real shame.
No.
Burst absolutely wasted. Oh man, and Echo gets clipped. Even with that, what's it gonna be? Gets the side swap into the fast cross up 2L. Dead character. That is a full 2 character to 1 lead on the side of Too Easy. Empty command dash into 5L just caught you flinching.
let's see what we can get out of Freezy in this scenario. Does remove the perfect, so got that going for him. But gonna spend the meter in the level 1, just get back into the mid screen, save that corner control, swaps into the Darius, swaps back to the Yasuo, sends out a tornado of his own.
What I love about that second swap is he, like, I don't know if it was deliberately or if he just managed to make sense of it in the scramble, but Darius was in such a bad position and was screaming to get smoked for a misplay. But having the space to swap back because of freestyle tag means that Yasuo becomes the active character and saves Darius there. That is what made the better of that. Okay, plenty of damage here working out for Freezy. We have the setup in the back, smoked you for the anti-air in the bad spot. This is not going to be a dead Yasuo. Actually, if we go into a level 2, is it?
Does think they really believed in the link at that point, but I think it should have killed. Now you're just getting sandwiched. It's so interesting. We really haven't talked about fuses much tonight, but having the freestyle one with the double tag, having 2 of them here in grand finals, whereas we saw the double down come in a little bit handy, but it just doesn't offer up the potential shenanigans that you can get away with the freestyle.
I do think in general, I think long-term freestyle will likely be the better teams, if only because you're going to be able to set up those weird interactions bar. Okay, Yasuo's able to keep Darius safe. Echo bleeding in the back, but Yasuo's dead.
But you have to be so careful about when you call an assist now, because that touch will close out your character. Oh, that was it.
I love that out of too easy. So here's the thing. If that was at a different position on the screen, because Echo was still posing, that would have killed Echo. One more touch will do it. Goes for the DP. We have the burst in the back. Smart spot to do it and make the bet. Very slight life lead here for too easy, but no bar. And the Freljordian Shockwave, last stand in the back, secures around here for Freezy.
Staying alive, staying on the board. Really nice usage of that final stand to close out the round. But I mean, you still have to start every round from scratch. You get no breaks for the remainder of the set. Does get the pickup here though. Gonna be able to get some good setup here. Tries to play side to side.
What a backdash, but actually the rewind gets him backdash coverage here for Freezy. Two bars in the back. Tricky stuff, but the DP threw it right into the super. Too easy wants that Darius out, so naturally he goes for the JS2 into Yasuo. Braum now out for Freezy. Echo has a little bit of life left to be able to get in the back.
Oh, doesn't quite get the pickup off of the shoulder charge, but buying time with that push block doesn't, again, get the win.
It seems like what's happening is that's a spot where he's going for it, and the goal is to have it save him on block, and then it connects in a spot where he's already committed to a safe stance string, so he has to turn it into a mix-up situation.
Doesn't opt for the spendability to get both characters there. Sending out the Shockwave. Yasuo's just so fast.
I think the hope was that Darius was still on the screen for Shockwave. It's not going to happen. Stance H clips as Braum goes to jump into the air. Very little life left here for the side of Freezy's Echo. With Darius in, you can kill Darius on the next touch. Oh my god, that was 2 straight DPs. What an asshole.
Darius wins.
It works. Like, that's the thing, is like, at no point has Too Easy been punished for just sending it. Right? Like, it just either hasn't been possible because they sended with the assist backup, or it just doesn't work. Like, I don't know why they're getting away with it, how they're getting away with it. All I can tell you is that they have been. And it's put them in a potentially winning scenario here, as they are now on a 5-win streak solely in this grand finals.
He finds a command grab though. We're going to be able to get a start here. No combo off of it. We missed the combo off of our launcher, and Too Easy actually gets a punish as our landing frames get checked. We're not out of the corner, so I expect we're going to go for side swap. Yes, we do side swap into nothing, into apprehend. That's the pseudo unblockable. It was a little bit looser that time, so Freezy is able to block it.
Life bar is fairly similar up until this point. Gets the juggle, spending it into the level 1. Not quite enough, but chip.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was fishing with S2. At that point, S2 is the only win condition left. You don't have the bar for an S2 super, so you just go for the special, get the bleed stack. Not blocking the overhead at the end of that. Looking so strong. Good dash check from Freezy, but the burst comes out, and now Yasuo's on the scene.
It's really kind of crazy how you can set up the wind wall and then just wait for you to do anything and react accordingly. Full combo.
I don't know, that feels consistent with Yasuo in League for me.
Oh, definitely. But
he can just do whatever he wants.
We don't need to continue that trend, Riot. We can move past that, as he does get another victory on the board. Tournament point now for Too Easy MK, who started the tournament in losers.
Okay, Freezy starts off with a happy birthday right into the level 2. Unfortunately, this is not going to apply the damage to the backup character. So 40% life on Darius, but Yasuo now in. A lot of this way life going to be able to come back. And wow, Too Easy is so consistently dash blocking out of all of these strings. Commits to level 2, gets smoked for it. Sidewinder, wake up attack.
The wake up attack there so easily, even through the time winder and whatever the other follow up was going to be. Just waits for the Braum to fall, hits him with the 2L, full sequence to connect with.
Freezy, it's okay. I definitely got smoked by that. That was so tight. Pseudo unblockable, again, a little bit looser. Good job using that little bit of extra pushback. Jump back.
Okay.
You do get the punish on the Yasuo. We should be dead. You didn't need to level 2, though. And you know what? Get the character kill. If you're not sure, I would rather you get the kill than not. But I am fairly certain a level 1 kill's there.
Yes, might have been a bit of a mash, but oh boy.
Oh no!
I mean, it hit the
Oh my
echo.
god! And Braum lingers like a Cranberry song. Wants for the anti-air. We're not gonna get it. Echo keeps the pressure going. This damage on block is a real problem. 6M. We don't find the anti-air, but you dash into the S2 and too easy with a, what was that, 6-0 to be able to win this out?
Yep, it was a 6-0 grand finals there for Too Easy to take it over his opponent, Freezy, who had a great tournament up until this point. Had an absolutely killer tournament up until meeting Too Easy in grand finals.
Was really strong showing out of Too Easy. And again, the only reason my man was in losers was because his alarm didn't go off, which is insane.
Bananas. Yeah, absolutely bananas.
That's the craziest part.
Mhm.
Bro tagged me and was like, "Yo, can I still play?" And I was like, man, you know what? Fuck it."
He's well rested for the tournament. Apparently, it mattered.
Right? That's where all the reactions came from.
Yeah, that was actually sick. I'm not gonna lie. So big ups to him. Yo, bro's asking for a raid. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't even know you like that, bro. I don't even know you like that.
Yo, win into raid
Man.
FADC.
He did win. I gotta give it up. On the low. On the low.
But
I
yeah,
don't even know your Twitch. How you gonna ask for a raid?
That's
and
the
then
other
you
part.
Didn't even tell me your Twitch, bro. You're
What?
making it difficult for me.
what a crazy event tonight, chat. We were able to showcase the Alpha Lab gameplay here. We had some crazy sets. We got to see every character displayed in one point or another, which is kind of sick. Because, I mean, even when we run other beta tournaments, there were some characters that just didn't get played. So really nice to see the character diversity. And I very much am looking forward to more hands-on with this game.
Yeah. No, this game is fire. 100%. There's definitely some tweaking that needs to be solved before this game goes into full launch. But I'm optimistic. The litmus test is officially like hit for me. Like when I played it, like day one, I was like, damn, I care. I was like, all right, we gotta lock in now. So no, I'm definitely here for the bullshit. So we'll see in a little bit for sure. Yeah, no, I want to give a huge shout out to all the people that have been playing in the alpha. I want to give a shout out to Riot as well for putting on this alpha. It's really cool. We got to play a game that's not even in beta yet. So big ups to them. Big ups to the community. Shout outs to Talent, Doctor and Brad once again. Tom on production, adjusting and flowing through this this crazy world we call an Alpha Lab. Yost with the bracket coordination. Could not have gotten these stream matches off the ground without those two. And of course, Dan Cravat on the social media. Big ups to everybody. Next week we go back to business. Street Fighter 6 ladder format. So we'll see you guys there. Till then, go tell Too Easy we said what's up.